Hey guys and gals, Trevor here with Carrot, getting this Google Hangout launched and live, and hopefully the technology is working for us today. So while I kind of get things set up here, what I'd love for you to do is, first of all, we always want to make sure that the chat section's working, my audio is working, the video is working, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys can please head over, since you're watching this here, ideally you're watching this on our live training page, not in YouTube, because in YouTube, I'm not looking at YouTube over there right now, so I can't see any questions you guys are putting in there. So make sure you guys go to oncarrot.com/training, and then once you put in your information there, you'll get a link to the actual live training page. Okay, but oncarrot.com/training, and I think it might be oncarrot.com/training/live if you want the actual link. But make sure you're watching over there versus on YouTube, because I'm not going to be looking at YouTube personally during this call, and you won't be able to ask questions. So head over, if you are watching on our training portal, there should be a little bubble down below somewhere on the right that is the chat box. So if you guys can please go through that chat box and let me know if you guys can see my video and hear my audio. That way we know the technology is working. There have been a couple times over the years when I dug in and literally my audio didn't work for like 15 or 20 minutes in, and I forgot to ask the question of people like, hey, is the audio working? So let me know through the questions panel really quick. Number one, where is the audio working, video working, and also let me know where you're from and who is this. I know we have a ton of Carrot customers out there. Also, a lot of people to be joining us that are not Carrot customers. That's completely amazing as well, because everything that I'm going to be going into, breaking down this data, is going to be useful for everyone. So let me know through the questions panel where you're calling in from, and also if you're a Carrot customer or not, and what your name is. Awesome. And it's funny, the way that our chat system works is, if you're not logged in as a Carrot customer, what our chat system does is it gives you like two randomly connected things. It gives you a random noun, a random like adjective or something like that. So I've got right here, I've got Red Spider from Vancouver, Washington. This says 10-4 Big Dog here, loud and clear. And then we've got another person here, Violet Train. It's so funny how they do that. Hello, so it looks like it's working. So awesome. Looks like the audio is working, video is working. We've got Janky from Fremont. Hopefully I said that right. Janky from Fremont, California. Sweet. Welcome on this call. I love doing these calls. And this is something, honestly, Toledo, Ohio. Awesome. Sounds good. Sweet. Cool, Matthew. Just started this last week. Customer, beautiful, from Northern California. Man, you're not too far from us. I'm actually in Southern Oregon, and we've had many customers from Northern California actually drive up here to our offices and say, hey, this is a really cool story. So we've got some people who aren't even customers. They're the number one. This guy's the number one broker, like 5 or 6 years in a real estate agent in Minnesota, all over the whole state. And he found out about Carrot, and they're actually flying in here next week, him and his business partner. They're going to be ramping up real estate investing in a big way. And they're flying into the office for a one-day lunch meeting. And they're like, we're just going to fly in, meet with you, get things dialed in, and fly back out. So that's always fun. We love having our customers here. So as we give it a couple more minutes to let people flow in here, I've got my water here. I just started to catch a cold. And here's one thing I'll let you into a little secret. Last 4 or 5, so the first time I ever lost my voice was actually on my wedding day. And it was on my wedding day, and we had to shorten our vows from these big long ones to like literally I do. And my wife, about freaked out. But now I lose my voice probably 2 to 3 times a year. So I need to figure out what that is. But it's usually when I have a cold or I just started to get a cold, and I do a webinar like this. And like 4 days after that, I literally can't talk. So I've been drinking a lot of water. I've got this. I feel pretty darn good. But once we get into this a little bit further, if you hear my voice cracking, that's probably what it is. Says you tried, so I obviously didn't get it right. Jank, man, you gotta let me know how to say it now. Sweet. So from Phoenix, we've got Ryan Dossie. What's up, dude? Carrot customer, for sure, man. Good to have you on here. Zach Wilson, hell yeah, Trevor. What's up, dude? Josh and Adam, what's up, man? Good messaging with you on Facebook the other night. Thanks for the feedback too. Brandon Allred, checking to see if the chat. Yep, it works, man. It works. Great. So I'm going to go through. There's a lot of people calling from all over the place. Richmond, Virginia, Carrot customer. Patrick, welcome aboard, man. Toledo, Ohio, Oregon, Florida, Wichita, Kansas, everywhere. So what we're going to do is I'm going to close out these chats so I'm not getting distracted. And then we're going to go ahead and dig into this call, okay? This is something I love to do. Brian, what's up, dude? I've got an email in my inbox I need to reply back on you still. So I apologize about the delay, man. I saw it in there, and I just have not followed back up. That's my fault. What's up? It says, yo, Hackensack, New Jersey investor newbie. What's up? We got you handled. Yep, right here. You've got a call right here. So as the site says, check back at 2 p.m. It's after 2. If you're on here, refresh the video and push play on the video. You should be good to go. So it looks like some people are on here, but they're not actually pushing play on the YouTube live. So let's dig in. I'm gonna share my screen here in a second, but I just want to say I'm pumped about doing these calls. This is part of what fires me up about business. And I remember 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago during that phase of business, I'd really have my head down focusing on the tactical things that have really made, carrot what carrot is. Focus on, for the last 10 years, focus on conversion optimization and SEO and how to rank well and how to do content marketing, things like that. But one thing I've really, really loved to do over the past 2 years is training. Like, it's what fires me up. Honestly, I feel it's part of my purpose to amplify leaders so you can go out there and do more of what makes your heart sing, and also help with the tools, training, and expertise to help you do the things you want to do with less time and get you better results. Because as I'm going to be talking about here in a bit, the consistency and predictability is what we all yearn for in business. And when we don't have consistency and predictability, what happens is you have a boom and bust business model, and you end up either going out of business shortly, or you're just stressed the heck out all the time in business because your income is here one month and it's here the next month, and it goes all over the place. And that's how my income streams were for years, until we really started to nail how to actually generate consistent, predictable lead flows and how to stack on your lead flows, like we're going to be talking about here. One of the sections that we're going to be talking about is called traffic stacking. And so as we went through and we really hit this milestone, the reason we're doing this call is in December, I originally did a call, and we're going to do it again with a little bit new data. But in December, our clients, you guys who are clients, crossed over this huge milestone. You crossed over the 1 million online opt-in lead milestone within 36 months. Okay, so what we're talking about, that does not include any phone call leads. So any people who picked up the phone and called the phone number on yours, which is a ton of a ton of the leads, does not count in that number. That's only someone who physically went to your website, put in their information, and became a lead. Over 1 million in 36 months. When you add in phone call leads, that's over 2 million. So what happens with that is you have a lot of data that you can share. There's a lot of data when we have that many seller leads, buyer leads, things like that, specifically for real estate investors. So what we did is I put together this presentation that I'm gonna be sharing with you on really, after all these leads and all these split tests, here are those things that we found that are the correlations with the people who are getting the best results and the people who are getting mediocre results, with the people who are the market leaders and the people who are just doing mediocre, okay? And for those of you who have been Carrot clients and you guys kind of been following things, you know that I'm not just the guy who's gonna be talking about just the tactical stuff. I'm also gonna be helping elevate you in the way that you think about your business. And you can see a couple of canvases behind me. Those are actually my themes for the year. That was my theme for last year. Action expresses priority. So we surround ourselves with this environment of those types of things, because that's what I need to focus on last year. This right here, this is why this is going to be so important for you on this call. The ultimate goal of an entrepreneur isn't money. It's complete control over your time. And the thing that I notice so many times with our clients or with other people that aren't our clients is you go in there and you bounce back and forth between a lot of different things that you're doing, but you don't spend the time and actually work on building consistent, predictable lead flow, okay? You tried this for a while, but when you do what I'm gonna walk you through today, which is what our most successful clients have been doing, and this is what the data shows us, you start to stack things up and you build momentum, you are able to then achieve this, okay? The money part's amazing, but complete control over your time can only be had when you have consistent, predictable lead flow. So as you guys have questions, let me know through the questions panel. I'm gonna go ahead and share my slides. If you guys can let me know through the slide or through the questions panel, if you guys can see my slides right now. If so, we'll go ahead and get rolling. And yeah, sweet. Looks like a bunch of people are piling in here. So I want to get on the call, but see how I do it. Alex, if you're on the call, man, can you hop in the chat area? And anyone who's having troubles actually seeing the call, to chat it in there, if you can just bounce back them to let them know on the exact page that they're supposed to be on, and also to click that YouTube player to play it. All right. So we're going to go dive in right now. So it looks like you guys can see the slides. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, buddy. So after 932,425 online leads and almost 1,500 split tests, here's what we've learned in this new research. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and click present on this puppy here. And like I said, we always have lots of data. We always love data here at Carrot, but this is some really, really cool, fresh, new, exciting stuff. And that we found correlations you guys can actually apply in your business. And in specifics, we found three simple types of things you can do to really boost your sales. And we found with this data, on average, is by 245% without being a tech or marketing expert. You just have to go and implement this stuff. Okay. So one, like I said, the big reason that we want to have this call is we did it in December. And I just want to double down on it, that it's a huge celebration. I mean, I don't care. It's like anytime you get 1 million of anything, and that number right there is actually a screenshot from our Google Analytics as of December. I didn't update it today, but that number's over 1 million. And like I said, you add in phone call leads, that's almost 2 million. So it's a huge celebration. I just want to toss this out to you guys who are Carrot clients. That, congratulations, number one, on busting your butt and just really going out there and implementing the heck out of things and swarming the market. That's what you guys have done. But also congratulations on going out there and innovating and helping us get better. So this is to you guys, and we're so grateful to be a part of what you're doing. And this call is kind of part of that. Let's break it down and give you guys some insight on what's working. So if you're not a Carrot customer, or even if you are, just a little bit of context for who the heck I am yapping on the other end of the screen. So I'm Trevor Mock. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Carrot, and we're a software company that, of course, works with thousands of real estate investors. We work with more of the top house flippers and wholesalers in the country than any other online marketing platform in the world. You work with the top home buyer in Boston, in Houston, in Portland, or in all of Oregon, and like you can keep on naming all of these cities and states over and over and over and over and over and over again. And we work with them to help them generate more leads, build more credibility, and have more ROI. And that's me standing in front of what we call our wall of awesomeness here at Carrot HQ in Roseburg, Oregon. We're in a small town called Roseburg, Oregon, which is a part of our mission here at Carrot to really help elevate rural entrepreneurship. And the wall of awesomeness is something that every single day we get multiple amazing stories from people. We get pictures of them with the Carrot buds, pictures of them with deals that they close, things that they share about how we've impacted them. And we scatter them all around this wall of awesomeness. We have thousands and thousands of them. We've only been able to put up probably about 100 so far, but that pumps me up. Also, I was fortunate enough to be on the Portland Business Journal 40 under 40 list this year. That was pretty cool. And it wasn't because of me getting the accolade. It's cool because of part of the mission here at Carrot is as a rural company, we're kind of the underdog. And almost never is someone from rural Oregon ever included on the Portland Business Journal 40 under 40. So that was a great win for Carrot and for the community, for you guys going out there, really making big things happen and showing that you can do amazing things from anywhere in the world you want to, including a town of 25 or 30,000 people. It doesn't matter. Okay. So great win for you guys and for all of Carrot, just helping spread the Carrot story and the Carrot joy there. And that was a blast doing that. So that's all cool stuff. But what we're the most excited about, honestly, is this stuff right here. Really helping our members and friends build businesses that fuel their life and their purpose. And that is why the heck I do what I do. Because when you hit a certain income level, at some point, you don't really need to be doing the day-to-day things to really be to make the income. So then you got to go, why the heck am I doing this then? If we already have the money in the bank and we're not spending it, why do I show up to work every single day and be insanely fired up about it and go out there and crush the day and help people? It's because I truly feel that entrepreneurs, that you guys are the people who can go out there and make the biggest difference in the world, that can make the biggest impact. If you look at the biggest initiatives, the biggest impacts, the biggest innovation that has happened in the world ever, it's usually entrepreneurs that do that stuff. If you go look at the humanitarian things, the largest private foundations are usually entrepreneurs that started those things. And we had a really good chance to bring in a crew of Carrot clients to our first ever event we call the Carrot Camp. We're going to be doing 2 Carrot camps actually in 2018 here in Roseburg, Oregon, where we bring a handful of people in, 10 to 15 people into Roseburg, into Carrot HQ. We dive in with you and do a lot of implementation with you. We have a mastermind. This is not for newer investors. This is for people who are already doing deals and want to surround yourself with other people that are at a high level and up-level yourself. And then we get outside. That's us at one of our local wineries. And then we went up into the mountains and did some really cool stuff too. So go to carrotcamp.com if you're interested in getting on the wait list for the Carrot Camp. They're going to fill up fast because, like I said, it's only 10 to 15 spots. But the cool thing is when we had a chance to connect with those Carrot members, that right there was a good reminder of why we do what we do. When these people went back home, they at Carrot Camp, they were sharing stories of how they're impacting their communities. They're sharing stories of how their business is changing the mindset of their children and what their children think that they can go out there and achieve. And this is why we do it. Okay, the leads The leads is just the proxy. The leads are just the way that we help our client. That's the thing that we actually do to help our client. Why we help our client is because if we can help you guys have a consistent, predictable business, then you can go out there and actually have the freedoms and flexibility to go out there and make an impact. Josh and Adam, actually, you guys sent me this awesome handwritten note, and he's actually on this call right now. It says, Carrot team, we're very happy to call you guys our partners. You know, you all have helped not just investors, but their families as well. I hope one day you all can see the true impact of your business and culture. Keep fighting the good fight and keep on inspiring others. Happy holidays from the Justin Tiano brothers. And I can tell you guys, like, on 100% candid honesty, when I got that thing in the mail, we get those things in the mail almost every week. It made me tear up a little bit, because that right there is confirmation that we're doing the right thing. So this is what excites us. Okay. The leads are the way that we help you get there. Okay. And things really changed, because I didn't always have that perspective and that mindset, but things really changed for me forever when I kind of surrounded myself with some mentors and role models over the years. Okay. And one of those people that I really looked up to, of course, I've never met him, but it's on my life list to actually go to Necker Island and hang with him. Haven't done it yet. We'll see. I want to make it happen. But it's Richard Branson. And, you know, I have a lot of role models and mentors, and some of them were amazing marketers. Some of them were, you know, amazing speakers. Some of them were just amazing leaders. But one thing that I found in common of the ones that I really looked up to the most was that those people went out there and found ways to build fun into their business. And they found ways to really build consistency and predictability into their business, so they could actually go out there and enjoy the fruits of the labor. Because so many entrepreneurs, a lot of you guys on this call probably, but so many entrepreneurs never, ever get to experience the true freedom, the true flexibility, and the true financial freedom that entrepreneurship has for you, because you don't have consistent, predictable lead flows. Okay. And so when I started to see guys like Richard Branson, where he's got this team now and he's got these different entities, I'm going, man, so he's out there. He has this business. He was hustling at the start, but he found a way to have it be consistent. He found a way to have it be predictable, and he added people to the team. And he is going out there doing things that are insanely fun for him, but impactful. He has charities. He has things he's being able to put money into for passion projects. And that's what I want. That's what I want for you. That's what I want for all of us, is for your business to truly serve you, your passions, and your community. And so that's what we've really been going after here with Carrot. And you can see on the left side, that's something that we did a race that benefited some scholarships here. A couple of years ago, there was a college shooting. It was national news, killed 9 people at our local college here in Roseburg, Oregon. And so we had a benefit run that we were a part of and raised a bunch of money in our Carrot community. Actually, one guy wrote a $3,000 check that was a Carrot customer towards this cause. We send out thousands of Carrot buds every year to our clients that connect with you and connect with your kids, and just really have fun in business and be that beacon of positivity and possibility. And we get pictures like this all the time, and it just really pumps us up knowing that there's human beings on the other end of there. And how can we help you? And if you look at, you know, what does it take to really build consistency and predictability in your business, in your leads, what you need to do is you need to focus on performance. And as we were digging into the data, set over and over and over again, what popped up in that data set, what popped up in the correlations are the things that helped that client get better performance in their website, better performance in their lead sources, that gave them the edges that they needed. And oftentimes you don't need a huge edge. I'm going to show you a calculation here in a little bit that's going to take you 2 minutes to do. You can do it while we're on the call. That's going to give you a massive mathematical edge in your market. I call it the profit switch calculation. And when we go through that calculation with people, and they shift their mindset around how to actually perform better in their market, what you see happen is they start to take it over. So we're going to be focusing on performance during this call. And performance is so important because it gives you leverage. But the thing is, performance wasn't the thing that we were always thinking about. We're kind of in the age of performance right now. Now, I want people to pop through the questions panel or nod or raise your hand or something like that. If you can relate to this, that I remember, back 2000, 2002, all the way probably through 2012 or so, the main call to arms for small businesses was you got to get online, right? You saw your GoDaddy commercials popping up there, your local mom and pop web shops would pop up everywhere. WordPress grew a lot there, and you saw books everywhere, just how to get online, right? And that was the whole aim. And there's so many real estate investors and agents that are still in that mindset. Is I just got to get online. That's all I have to do. I'm going to go try to find the quickest, cheapest, easiest way to get online, check that box, then I'm going to go over here and start marketing. And the problem that happens is if you're doing that, if you're doing that and you're just focusing on getting online versus performing online, you're losing performance along the way. You're not focusing on what's actually going to put the most money in my pocket, what's actually going to help our client the most, what's actually going to help my business grow predictability and consistency. So we are in the age of performance where data takes over now. Data and what actually turns someone from a visitor into a lead at a high rate, at a predictably high rate. Those are the people that win. Okay, so if you went out there and launched a Wix or Weebly, a Squarespace or GoDaddy, or your own WordPress site, or hired your cousin Jimmy to launch a website because he can do it for $250, that might have cost you $20, $30, $40, $50, $60,000 in lost deals this year, possibly. And we're going to be digging into how to make sure that that does not happen, because we are in the age of performance, not just getting online. And performance is really how our top clients gain the edge and consistency in a cluttered market. Okay. And it's really the path to creating a business that builds momentum. And I'm going to be using this word a lot, y'all. I'm going to be using this word a lot, the big M, momentum, because momentum is a game changer in a business. Okay. And the problem that happens with a lot of people is they never give themselves a chance to catch momentum, because they shift gears too much. You try something for 2 months and you shift. You try something for 3 months and you shift. And then what happens too is you might find momentum in one thing, but then you forget that momentum can easily change back to the other end, and you don't stack on different traffic methods. So if your momentum in direct mail slows down and you don't have any other traffic methods stacked on there, what happens is you go out of business, or you got to hustle and go cash flow negative and try to figure things out again. So we're going to show you guys how to get momentum, keep momentum, and build momentum with consistent lead flows, doing it the way that our clients and our data shows is best. Okay, so we're going to help you create the business builds momentum, acquire higher profit clients faster, and build the business that'll really unleash you into the world. And that's what fires me up. Okay, that's what fires me up. It's so funny. So Pete on our team, he was a Carrot customer, still is a paying Carrot customer. He's on our sales team, and he joined us a little over a year ago. And one thing that we do every single Christmas is we give every single one of our employees, we have 18 full-time employees to serve our clients now. As of we just hired 2 more. They'll start February 1st. And one thing that we do every single Christmas is we give everyone $100 in cash. We say the only criteria is you can't spend this on yourself or anyone that you know during Christmas season. You have to go out there and bless other people with this in any way that you choose. And what Pete did with that is we unleashed him in the world, and he went out there and started this little movement in Baltimore where they're going out there and helping the homeless. They gather all these supplies, and his friends are involved now. And that's what business is about. We want to unleash you to really make an impact on what you feel matters to you. Here's another one, David Brown. Actually, I was on a call with him recently, and he's one of these market leaders. He's completely dominating Google search in New York. And David Brown turned his passion, his freedom into the passion. So basically, after creating this consistent, predictable lead flow, doing it the way we're going to show you in this call, he now closes 3 to 5, 3 to 6 deals a month, 100% from the stuff I'm going to show you. He's not closing 100 deals a year, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't need to. He's building the business that's highly profitable. It's a one-man show, and it's exactly the way that he wants to do it. And that enabled him to start something that's a passion project. It's called American Snippets, and it's a podcast that interviews people that are doing great things in the world. And I had the honor of being on American Snippets recently, and it's so amazing seeing what David's doing with that extra found freedom. Michael Borger, Michael, we had a chance to meet in San Diego, shoot probably a year and a half ago, and he actually lived in Oahu when we first connected. When he first came on to Carrot, he moved over and he immediately saw a performance boost versus his custom WordPress site, and it enabled Michael to then move from Oahu from Oahu over to San Diego, where he now lives. And he has a beautiful daughter, and he has a beautiful wife. He's living in San Diego. His investments are in Hawaii, though, still. So having this consistent, predictable lead flow, doing the things that we're going to show you guys, and he's one of those market leaders, has enabled him to do his business from across an ocean, and you guys can do the same thing. Okay, Zach Tetley, we were just texting actually today. He texted me today on something, and he sent me this through Facebook about a month and a half ago. It was about a month and a half ago. And he sent me this, sent this through, and I was crazy pumped about it when he sent it through. Because before this, he sent some things that he got great results. This one pumped me up where the arrow shows. I'm going to tell you why. So he sent it through, said deal closed, sent a video with the seller right there, which was awesome. Tip number 1, build credibility. We're going to be diving into that here in a bit. But he said seller hadn't been to the property in 6 years and a family member living there, but they moved out and weren't paying rent. She found us through SEO online, Sell My House Fast, Knoxville, Tennessee. Look at our Google rankings for Knoxville with the keywords. We're dominating SEO in East Tennessee now. I was a quick $10,000 assignment, closed in 6 days. This lady loves us. He said, yeah, man, we made the ladies' year. It really felt good. That to me is way more important than the 10K he made, because what's happening is he's actually going out there and making a difference. He's making a difference, and he loves the type of business he owns. And then he sent me this one later, says, closing another one off SEO for 24K, working on another one, has a 30K spread on it. We got under contract today. All of that using the stuff. And actually Zach and his business partner, Matt, we're going to show you guys how you guys can actually tap into everything that they're doing and see behind the scenes of what they're doing in their business to dominate parts of Tennessee. Okay. And here's a video I want to play you really quick. This is Tom Caffarello, the #1 home buyer in Boston. And it's kind of walk through what he has done, how performance has mattered to him and how we helped him really start to get that consistency and predictability as a #1 home buyer in Boston.
So for everyone who's on right now, just to give you guys, full disclosure, I'm a client of Trevor's. I really, really believe in this product. And I want to just really quickly tell you, Trevor, my story before I ended up signing on with your company.
Cool.
So I'm a real estate investor. I've been doing this for 10 years. I do a ton of volume. I spend a lot of money on online marketing. And I had a really, really, really pretty site. The site looked awesome. Everyone who went to it said how great it looked. It had all of my flip properties that I've done on it. I spent a bunch of money on it, but kept hearing about you. And people kept saying, oh, should I get a carrot? Because I also coach and work with investors in other parts of the country. Yeah. And they would say to me, should I get a carrot site? And I say, man, why? Just copy my site. I'll have my web guy for $50, copy my site. And then I kept getting this feedback, like I bought his site and now I'm getting more leads.
Yeah.
And so to be 100% truthful with you, I would look at your site and say, doesn't look pretty. And I would literally say, this is just a template. There's nothing special about it. Mm-hmm. And then again, I just kept getting the feedback that your site worked, meaning was converting more people. I'm gonna split test this. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna send half my traffic to my site and half my traffic to your site, and literally more than double conversion.
So the cool thing about that right there, y'all, it's awesome that he was able to double his conversion. We're going to be talking about the profit switch calculation here in a second that we walked him through, and that he's been using in his business for years. But the cool thing is, what happens now is he has to work less to get the same amount of leads and close even more deals. And that's what performance really does for you in your business. It helps you get that consistency, that predictability. And honestly, that is why we do this, because I know there's so many businesses out there that are hamstrung and that are just struggling for consistency and predictability. And I know for me personally, when I gained that consistency and predictability in my own businesses, that's when entrepreneurship unleashed for me. That's when I could go out there and chase my passions. That's when I found my purpose. That's when business became more fun for me. And I want that for you guys too. So, and we get hundreds of these things every single year from people just like you. These are what we call doses of awesomeness that people send them through, and our team members upload them into our system. We love to celebrate them because we want to celebrate you guys going out there and crushing it. Okay, and that one right there is from Zach, another one, and so many amazing things. So let's dig into these three sections, 3 things that you can do to crush it this year in 2018 based on our data, based on what the market leaders are doing. And like I said, after 932,425 online leads as of early December. That number is over 1 million now, and over 1,490 split tests. We've launched, 5 or 6 split tests even since then, which is basically us testing this versus that version of a web page, what's going to convert better. And because we've done over 1,000 of those over the years, we're able to go out there and outshine our competitors, outshine your own websites, and make them perform even better. So we're going to be diving into this. Secret number 1, the profit switch calculation that the top investors use to outspend their competitors and pull the rug from under them before they even realize it. Number 2, after tests running over 400,000 sellers and buyers, these strategic but simple website design elements doubled lead flow. And then number 3, the traffic stack framework that fuels almost all of the leads from the top carrot clients. Okay, the traffic stack framework that fuels almost all of the leads from the top carrot clients. We're gonna dig into that. So secret number 1, I've got a picture here. And for those of you who jumped on a little bit later, I just caught a cold, and hopefully my voice doesn't go out, but I've got a big old thing of water. So you might kind of hear me drinking some water here and then. But secret number 1, the profit switch calculation. Right here is a picture of Brad Chandler. And Brad Chandler is an awesome dude. Okay, Brad is one of the top home buyers in the country. He owns a company called Express Home Buyers. You're gonna find him all over the country. And when we started working with him probably 4 years ago, he was really hyper localized to Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. We dug in with them, and I remember having a conversation with Brad, and this is a guy who runs tons of money in paid traffic, tons of TV, tons of radio, tons of direct mail, tons of pay-per-click. And then at that time, he's like, I want to get really, really good at SEO. So we helped him lock down his SEO strategy and worked with him for a period of time, then handed it over to them so they could go and execute on it. But this one conversation we had, I started to walk him through this calculation. I said, man, if you can come up with this number, having this number then completely change your mindset on how you can dominate your market with paid marketing. And even the guy who'd been running so much paid traffic is like, man, I'd never heard that before. I'd never thought of thinking about it that way. And the thing is, as soon as you hear this, as soon as you see this section on how to come up with this profit switch number, this max CPL that I'm going to call it, and I'll explain what all that means. As soon as you realize this, you go, man, I'm playing small ball. This is how I can go and dominate a market, even if it's crazy competitive. Okay. So the profit switch calculation is what the top investors use to outspend their competitors and pull the rug out from underneath them before they even realize it. And Tom was wearing the t-shirt over there. And this is one thing we love to do here at Carrot is we love to spread the Carrot love. We send out tons of Carrot buds. Those are our kind of themed dolls that we send out, thousands of them a year. And we get tons of these t-shirts into our clients' hands. On the left side, there's is Max Maxwell. He's crushing it in the North Carolina market. Client of ours, and he actually goes and locks down deals. I took this screenshot on Instagram, and he was driving around looking at deals, looking at properties, talking with sellers with his Carrot shirt on. He says because it's comfortable. It's the most comfortable t-shirt. So we're going to show you guys toward the end of the call how you can get a Carrot t-shirt completely free and some other kind of cool stuff. So stay on. Right. But one thing that Tom talked about, and I've heard this quote before too, and this is a screenshot of Tom's office when him and I were talking on a hangout. As he says, whoever can spend the most time to acquire a customer wins. And behind him, where that arrow is pointing in his office, he has this thing back that says, ultimately, the business that can spend the most to acquire a customer wins. Now, I've been operating by that philosophy for years and years, but I haven't always. And Dan Kennedy, a big marketer, is kind of one of the guys in the modern age anyway that's attributed to really saying that a lot. He says a business beats its competition by making the same prospect worth more to his business than that of his competition. So what does that mean? Well, if you're able to have better performance on your website, better performance with your ads, that same click, that same prospect, it equals more. It's worth more for you in your pocket because your website performs better, because your follow-up systems are better than someone over here. So that enables you to then spend more money to acquire that customer. When you can spend more money to acquire the customer, which is actually anti what most people are trying to do, most everyone else is trying to spend the least amount of money to acquire a customer. I'm going to tell you right now that you should be trying to spend the most in your market to acquire a customer. And I'm going to tell you how to do that and why it makes the most sense. And that's what guys like Tom are doing. That's why Tom is the #1 home buyer in Boston. He spends over $1 million a year in marketing, offline marketing, billboards, direct mail, bandit signs, all that kind of stuff. But he said his online stuff is the stuff that gets the best margins. And on Carrot alone, just opt-in leads, not including phone calls, it's over 100 seller leads per week. All right. So this is a raising trend that we saw in hot markets because today it is a hot market, right? It's really a hot market. Competition has increased. There's more people wanting to be investors today, which is amazing because there's going to be a lot of people who are literally going to be investors joining today. They want to be an investor. They're just now coming aboard. They are going to be the biggest in their market 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Okay. So it doesn't matter when you decide to start. It just matters that you start. But then from there, what does matter after you start is that you really identify the market phase that we're in and you implement a strategy that suits that market phase. And one thing that we had seen over the last 2 years was some of those people who had gone out there and executed what we had taught and got the #1 rankings and started to spin up some marketing, and they were getting leads and they're closing deals. You know, there were some people that were closing 50, 60 deals in a year in their second year, first year of wholesaling. And then today they're out of business. And we're going, okay, well, why did that happen? And it happened because they kind of got caught off guard as the market shifted. As more competition came in, they didn't shift their business strategy. So formerly successful investors and agents are struggling or going out of business because they're not focusing on performance and don't know their numbers very well. They were kind of resting on their laurels, knowing that, man, leads are coming in, I'm going to keep on closing deals, but they didn't know their numbers very well. Here's a great example. In the market of Birmingham, we actually purchased a website from a client of ours who was going out of business. Now, it's kind of funny. You think, well, why the heck did Carrot purchase the website? It's because this guy had done the work to get ranked #1 in Google in the Birmingham market for most motivated house seller phrases. He was getting consistent leads every single week, sometimes often every single day. He was closing deals very consistently. Then he just stopped closing deals. He said, man, I'm still getting the same amount of leads, but I'm not closing deals from these things. And so we started to dig into it and see He exited the business. We bought the website so it didn't disappear from the rankings. And then we went off to partner with someone else, another carrot client in that market. And this one is from literally November 28th from John. John says, hey, Trevor, here's the HUD ones from our second closing today. We closed 2 deals in that first month that we started partnering with a different person who had a different strategy. Same leads, same market, different person shifted their strategy. Like, these aren't big numbers, but that's just our half of the deal. And he said, you should have received your wire this afternoon for that one deal of $4,600. Let us know if you didn't get it. Crank that website up and let's get some more good leads coming in. So the reason I bring this up is the market is shifting. If your strategy isn't shifting with it, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. And if you're not stacking on those lead sources to protect yourself if one of your lead sources goes down, then you're gonna be just like some of these clients who are amazing case studies of ours, but they didn't focus on the numbers. They didn't focus on the business side of real estate. They focused on the deals, and then the deals ended up putting them out of business because that's all that they focused on. We bought them, started partnering with clients, and oftentimes sell these websites to those clients so they can go and execute, because we're not in the business of investing in house flipping ourselves. Okay. So here's how it breaks down. I want you to get out a piece of paper, because if you get one thing from this call, this should be one of those things. Okay. You need to wrap your head around this number. And this number is not a scientific number. Some of you people on this call might literally be going, that is not even a mathematical way to come to that. Okay. And I get it. But here's the thing. There's some other calculations we've used over the years, and we still do use, to help people really understand how to make their paid marketing work better for them. I'm talking SEO, if you're hiring it out, or pay-per-click specifically, Google, Facebook, and even direct mail. Okay. And we found that this particular way is the simplest, fastest way to get you to wrap your head around what you actually need to be doing in your paid marketing with your budget. So here's how this profit switch calculation makes it all work. So the calculation is basically max CPL equals, LPD. And then when you divide APD with the trade. Now that sounds crazy, right? Let's bring it up. What does that mean? So CPL is cost per lead. Write that down. So write CPL. Next is LPD. That's leads per deal. How many leads does it take you to get a deal? Okay. Next is APD. What's your average profit per deal? So you've got your cost per lead, your leads per deal, and your average profit per deal. Write those acronyms down on a piece of paper right now. And I'm going to walk you through a couple examples to help you find your max cost per lead. Because when you find your max cost per lead, just going back to Tom Caffarello's quote on his wall, and the reason he's dominating his market, and the reason about Brad Chandler is, the reason this person is, the reason this person is because they understand this number better than their competition. So here's an example. So right here, let's say your average profit per deal is $20,000. Okay. And let's say it takes you 20 leads to get that $20,000 deal. Your lead per deal is 20,000 or 20 leads. Okay. So the question I want you to ask yourself is this: if your average profit per deal is $20,000, how much money would you actually be willing to trade in order to get that $20,000? So a lot of people would be like, well, shoot, I'd trade 18,000 if I could guarantee myself 20,000. Well, in an ideal world, that's the case. I would too. But of course, in real estate investing, there's risk that goes out there. There's outlaying money, there's outlaying time. So what would you actually be willing to trade in a real estate deal in order to get that $20,000 deal, or whatever your average profit per deal is? What usually works really well is about 20, 25, 30% possibly of the total deal profit people are willing to put in marketing to get that deal. So I put $5,000 on that. So the way that this calculation works is you simply take the amount of money that you would trade to get your average profit per deal and divide it by how many leads it would actually take you to get a deal. Okay. So how much money would you trade for that average profit per deal? In this case, $5,000 to get a $20,000 deal, $5,000 in marketing. It's going to take me 20 leads to get there. So 5,000 divided by 20 equals 250. Okay. So what does that mean? That means my max cost per lead in this scenario is $250. Now you guys are probably going, that is insane. I'm getting leads over here for $62 a lead. That's exactly why you're not winning your market. Okay, because too many people on the other end are trying to focus on trying to spend as little. They give themselves a crown for being proud of spending less than their friend on leads. Okay, where you're in your Rio, you're talking with your buddies, and they're like, "Oh, I'm $150 a lead." Be like, $150 a lead? You're getting ripped off, dude. I'm getting leads for $67. Sweet. With this calculation, as long as you can get leads for under $250, and as long as your numbers hold true, that you're closing deals, you're closing one deal out of every 20 leads, and every deal averages $20,000, you are completely crushing it and winning your market for leads under $250. Okay, let's try another example. Average profit per deal, same thing, 20,000 bucks. Let's say you're way better at negotiation, or your lead source is better. So your leads per deal is only 10. It only takes you 10 leads to close into a deal in this scenario. Okay. Let's say the same trade is 5K. You'd still be willing to trade up to $5,000 to get that $20,000 in profit. And I don't think there's anyone on here who would not want to do that. That right there, what is that? A 400%, 300% ROI? It's huge. Okay. You can't get that in the stock market. A direct mail isn't returning that a lot of times with people. So in this case, 5,000 divided by 10. So $5,000, the amount of money that you say that you would put out there to get a $20,000 deal, divided by the amount of leads it would actually take to get that deal. That's $500. So in this circumstance, your max cost per lead is $500. Now I know a lot of you guys are going, but you're crazy. Why would I spend $500 for a lead when I can get it for $80? Because the math says so. The math says that in order to get that $20,000 profit, as long as you are closing your average profit per deal or your average lead per deal at 10, and you should be willing to spend up to $5,000 to get that. You divide those numbers out, that's $500 a lead. Okay, $500 times 10 leads, that's your $5,000. So you guys see how the math works. So anyone who's trying to spend as little as possible for leads is going to get crushed. That's why Tom is winning. That's why Brad is winning. That's why Zach and Matt are winning. That's why Tyler Ford is winning. That's why these different people are winning, because they understand the math. They can go out there now, and if you're only willing to bid up to, let's say, $70 a lead on pay-per-click, on Google pay-per-click, and they're willing to go up to $500 a lead, who's going to win? They're going to get those leads. They're going to mop them up because you're stopping once it gets past $150 a lead, and they're crushing you. And their math works because they're like trading that $5,000 for $20,000 all day long. And you're sitting there, being insanely happy with your deals you're getting, but you could be losing deals because you didn't hone in your math. So let's show you why the math and performance is so important. So once you get that math down, then the first thing you got to do is drive traffic based on math. And as soon as you eliminate emotion from the equation and you use math to drive your traffic, and use math to tell you when you should stop or start your traffic sources. Now, let's say that in this case, math shows that your max cost per lead is $350. So right in between those other two examples I gave you. So what should you do if your max CPL is $350? Okay, well, what I'd probably do is launch some sort of an ad. I'd launch a Facebook ad, do it in a specific way. And we'll show you guys actually how you can get our entire Facebook leads masterclass for free at the end of this call. It's a class where we walk you through how to do all of this for sellers, buyers, give you ad samples. We're gonna show you guys how to get that for free toward the end of the call. Okay, but I would launch a Facebook ad or I'd launch a Google ad. Okay, and we're also going to show you how you guys are going to get our entire 3 lead per day training system with our Google AdWords training, with our SEO training, all that kind of stuff here in a bit. So I'd launch an ad. Okay, and I would start spending money driving people to a high converting landing page. We're going to go into that in secret number 2. How do you actually make a website convert insanely well and squeeze every bit of performance out of it so you're crushing your competition in this competitive market? So your cost per lead. Okay, in this example, let's just say that you're getting leads for $130. Okay, your max cost per lead says you could spend up to $350 a lead and still crush your market and win. In this case, you're getting leads for $130, and it takes you 20 of those leads to get a deal. Okay, and let's say your average profit per deal is $10,000. Okay, so your average cost per lead in Facebook is $130. Your leads per deal takes you 20 of those leads to get a deal, and your average profit per deal is $10K. Okay, so what happens is in that example, you're profiting about $7,400 in profit for every single one of those transactions. Now, $130 a lead is pretty darn good in that scenario, right? But let's adjust it a little bit. So if you refine performance, if you make your ads perform better, if you make your website perform better, if you boost up your credibility, let's see how much money you could either be leaving on the table right now using your old methods, or how much money you could actually go out there and capture. So every step in the process, there's likely performance levers that are losing you money and can give you free money. Okay, so on the ad side of things, if you hone in your ads and make your ads a little bit better, you can lower your click costs. So that lowers the actual amount of money that you're paying Facebook, or that you're paying Google, or that you're paying direct mail. Because if you make a direct mail piece even more effective with the copy on it and things like that, you're going to lower your click costs. Okay, you can also increase your conversion rate on your website. So once someone clicks your ad on Facebook or in Google, or they click your Google organic listing from SEO, they land on your website, you can increase your conversion rate. We found so much untapped potential on most people's websites with conversion rate. That's why we launched Carrot, because most people are focusing on just getting online and making their website pretty and making it look different than actually making it put money in their pocket and making it convert well. So there's a lot of things we're going to show you here in a bit that are the main levers we saw in our top clients that they all did on their websites to make their website convert better. And then you can also increase your close ratio, right? So after the lead comes in, what can you do to ensure more people turn into a deal? Well, there's a few things you can do. Make sure you wrap in the right credibility on your website so they want to work with you more because you built better credibility. You stand out versus the competition. You could also be a better negotiator. You can follow up on your leads faster or immediately. You could have follow-up systems that go out. So how do you increase that close ratio? Every single one of these spots is a lever you can pull. We're going to focus on how to increase this lever here in the middle, increasing conversion rate. So right here, here's a test. We run tons of tests. Like I showed, we've run over 1,400 tests, split tests, where basically what we do is we have this fancy software that spins up one version of a website versus another version of the same web page. Okay, and in this particular example, yeah, Jacob, it will have a replay, man. You'll be able to have it as long as the replay works. YouTube doesn't always work, man. So as long as it works, we'll get it to you. But so basically during this example here, all that we did, and this was actually not even a Carrot customer's website. They were a Carrot customer, but this is on their non-Carrot website. This is on a WordPress site they had custom made. And they're like, man, this isn't converting well. And we looked at their website immediately with the knowledge that we've got over the 10 plus years of knowing conversion optimization, of over 1 million leads coming through. And we said, man, here's these 2 things immediately you can adjust to just boost up your conversion rate big time. One of those things is the opt-in button, the actual words that you have on the opt-in button. So their non-Carrot website had a button that said submit on it. So it was for a motivated house seller. It said submit. That one in this Miami market converted at 1.54%, which isn't very good, but it's not like completely terrible in a crazy hot market like Miami. All that we did in that scenario was change 5 words. We changed the button from submit to get my fair cash offer. If you look around the industry, you look at our competition, you look at everyone else, you see all the buttons are orange and they say get my fair cash offer, including ones from our competitors. That's because we pioneered that 2.5, 3 years ago with this test. And we published it. We found that it worked. They found their methods didn't work. These ones do. And everyone's adopted them, which is amazing. That's part of our mission, is to elevate the industry, help everyone do better and get better results, no matter if they're a Carrot client or not. So in this scenario, we actually increased their lead flow over 123%. 123% by changing 5 words on a web page. Now that right there doubled their leads, and that's going to massively change his financial equation. So let's use that example from before. So their old cost per lead was 130 bucks. Let's say that the website conversion rate was 5%. Okay. And let's say that they got 100 leads. You got 100 leads. Okay. Their average profit per deal is that same 10K. Okay. It takes them 20 leads to get a deal. That equals 5 deals. So 100 leads, 20 leads to get a deal. That's 5 deals. So then you take that right there. So that's $50,000 in profit that they make. Sweet. Raise your hand, jump up for joy. Amazing. That's awesome, right? But with this new change that we made to make their website perform better, their cost per lead now, it's cut in half, is 65 bucks a lead, because now with the same amount of traffic, the same amount of cost to get people to the website, they're getting double the leads. The website conversion rate in this hypothetical example goes up to 10%. Okay, now they have 200 leads from the exact same amount of traffic. They still have the same close ratio. Okay, they're still closing 1 in every 20 leads into a deal. That now equals 10 deals. That's $100,000 in profit in their pocket versus 50K. So if a lot of you guys are going out there trying to nickel and dime this process and save 50 bucks here, save $1,000 here, save 50 bucks a month here, it could be costing you tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars because you're not using math in your favor. And that's what we want you guys to do, is use math in your favor and crush it. So here's another example. Okay, this test that we ran recently tested the number of form fields on the homepage. So when you go to a homepage, we're going to show you guys some here in a second, give you some examples. But this one right here tested the number of form fields on the homepage of a motivated house seller website. Also, we tested it for cash buyers. The control means the old version, the one that's there and already performing, had 5 fields in it. The variation had 3 fields. So the variation is the new one. Hey, we want to test this thing to see if this performs better. Well, that had 3 fields in it. And we found data before we ran this test that showed that the fewer form fields you have, the higher conversion you get, okay? But also there's this fine balance you got to have. You don't want to have just so few form fields that you don't get a quality lead that you can't follow up on. Well, this variation increased the conversion rate by 16.86%, which means they had 16.86, almost 17% more leads coming in with no extra cost. Work those numbers back again, y'all. And it's the same kind of thing. Okay, it basically takes it and increases their profits, increases everything all the way down, 16, 17, 18%. So you get an immediate raise by focusing on performance. People who don't focus on performance, and I was in that camp for several years before I started to dig in and learn performance and learn how to do SEO and how to do conversion rate optimization and ran thousands of tests. Before then, I didn't know what I was missing. I thought I was doing good because I was getting leads. I was getting leads in my different businesses. Only until I started to get, start to trust math and dig into this stuff did I realize how much money I left on the table over those years. And that's what we don't want for you guys. We don't want you guys to leave that money on the table. Okay. And here's what Ryan Berry said about performance. And Ryan Berry is one of those market leaders as well. He said, he sent this note to us asking, when we asked, hey, what's your experience with Carrot? He said, number one, leads. Constant daily nonstop leads. Number two, credibility. Almost everyone checks out our site, our Carrot site, and gives us awesome instant credibility. Number three, SEO rankings. Yep, we've got them. Number four, the new content. Man, do I love not having to write blog posts every week. I just schedule them and boom. That's with our content marketing system. We'll show you guys how that works here in a second. Trainings. I've followed them to the T and have gotten great results, value. I'll never stop paying you guys. It's chump change compared to what I get for it. Where else can I put $1 in and get 63 back? Hey, but don't raise my price now. I told you that. So that key right there, he puts $1 in and he gets $63 back. He puts $1 in, he gets $63 back. That's what your focus should always be as when you're a marketer. If you're doing direct mail, how many dollars are you putting in? How many dollars are you putting back? And then what can you tweak and refine during that process to give you more dollars back with the same dollar in? And that's what we focus on so much here at Carrot. And that's why our clients are winning, right? So really, whoever can spend the most to acquire customer wins. This goes back to Tom Caffarella's example. He had a pretty looking site. Okay, he's a guy, largest home buyer in the market, huge agent or real estate brokerage, just around 200 agents in his brokerage. This guy has all the money he ever needs to go out there and hire a custom web developer, and he did it. Okay, he did it. But he found when he did that and didn't follow math and didn't follow data, because it's not his business. He's a real estate guy. He's not a data guy. He's not a conversion split testing guy. That's our job, right? So when he went over from something that looked good to something that converted good, then his business doubled as far as his leads went. So just look at the difference here. Okay, the person that's putting money into here is not going to be able to acquire the clients as much as the person over here. We're going to show you guys how to do that. So what about your close rate? So can your website assist in increasing your close ratio and put more money in your pocket there? So that's one thing that's a really, really big untapped source right there. Awesome. Someone says, I'm a new real estate agent. So right there, that's one thing a lot of people ignore is the close ratio after a lead comes in. I want you guys to raise your hand and pop it through the questions panel really quick or nod your head. Who on here is really, really focused on your numbers before the lead comes in, but not after the lead comes in? Or who on here thought, well, shoot, once the lead comes in, the website has nothing to do with actually converting that person into a deal. There's so many people that think that, and I used to too. But in actuality, what you put on the website pre-frames that prospect with the whole experience that they have with you after that. So can your website assist you increasing your lead to close ratio or put more money in your pocket? Sure can. I'm going to show you some examples, right? So if you lower that click cost, if you increase your conversion rate, you increase your close ratio now, that's going to help put more money in your pocket. So here's one way to do it. Okay, here's one way to do it that we found in our data with the market leaders. And this website here, Nexus Home Buyers, that's from Zach that I mentioned earlier. He's actually one of the market leaders, our market leader revealed content here. And on the left side is one of the largest home buying websites in the country. It's a generic about page, right? There, I think it was like I Buy Houses or something like that. And I actually know the owner of it. He's an amazing marketer, but he hasn't focused on performance. So look at the about page. Imagine if you're a motivated house seller or a cash buyer or whatever it is, and you're looking to work with a company, and you pull up both of these websites. You land on one of them through Google pay-per-click and one of them through SEO, okay? And then on the one on the left, you go to their about page. You go, okay, it looks like they can buy houses. Let me see who these people are. You go over there, and all that you see is this: basic contact info, no real personality. You can't tell if it's a real person or not. There's no credibility. Okay, let's bounce over to these guys. They seem like they can buy houses too. It seems like they have a very similar service. Let me see who these people are. And we found that the number 3 most visited web page across all the data for all of our clients, no matter what type of website with Carrot, buyer, seller, land buyer, land seller, note seller, main company, okay, all those types of website types with us, the number 3 most visited web page is always the about page. You ask yourself why? Well, it's because once the person recognizes and realizes that you have a service that can likely solve their problem, then they're going to go and try to vet and verify you and your competitors. Like, okay, these people all look like they have a service that can do this. Which one of them do I want to work with? Which one of them is trustworthy? Which one of them is the one that I should work with? And when you're in a competitive market like today, that becomes more important than ever. That right there is one of the most important things you need to be doubling down on in 2018 is credibility on your website. Because when you have more competition and your sellers and buyers have more options, you need to crack through the clutter with your credibility, with your personalization. So I land here, I see an awesome picture of Zach. Okay, I see a great picture of them. There's a big old fat Google 5-star rating. Below that are testimonials, really clean, clear branding. They actually talk about why they do the business, their core values. I'm gonna work with that business every single time. I'm gonna work that business every single time. Okay, every single time. Sweet. So how about close rate? Like I said right here, and that kind of backs up that data. This is a heat map that we ran. We were on heat maps with tons of different websites, and this actually tracks the clicks that people have on a website. This is Tarek and Christina's website from Flip or Flop, and they became customers 2 or 3 years ago. And you can see this big old hot spot over the Our Company page because they learn that you have a service and then they go straight to the Our Company page and see what you're about. So that's one action item right there. Once you find out your max cost per lead, wrap your head around what you need to be spending that market to crush your market and be okay with it. Then you need to go out there and build a better Our Company page to beef up your credibility because your prospects are looking at it. And if they look at 4, 5, 6, 7 other options and then look at yours and you shine through, you're going to win the business. Okay. So going back to this example here. So what if now we were able to, not only did we tweak and improve your close ratio on your website, which brought your cost per lead down. Now what we did is we increased your close ratio. Okay. So you just bumped up your conversion rate on your website by double. That essentially doubled your revenue, doubled your profits. Now what we did is we decreased the amount of leads it takes to get that same deal. Before it was 20 leads per deal. Now it's 15.4 because you beefed up your credibility in your website, added in follow-up systems. And now that same amount of traffic, the same traffic you sent over here, the same amount of people landed on there as landed on here. This turned into 200 leads. That turned into 100 leads because of the website conversion. This right here turned into 13 deals versus 5 because of your lead to close ratio. Your difference here, y'all, $50,000 versus 130. It's like, who on this call is wrapping your head around how important it is to find these little levers and tweak them and increase your revenue? The people that do this in 2018, like when you're in a competitive market, guys, it's not just about getting more people in your funnel. Okay, the people that focus on getting more people in your funnel, not converting them at a higher ratio after, are the ones who end up going broke in their marketing, or they're working on such thin margins. You're hustling in your business. You don't have the consistency and predictability because your margins aren't there. And you end up working 40, 50, 60 hours a week in a business that you thought was going to give you time freedom. It's not how it works. Okay. Dial in your website. I'm going to show you how to do it in the next section. Dial in your performance by building credibility into your website. I'm going to show you some things you can do specifically for credibility here in a second that our top clients are doing and that we found in our data. And you can more than double your revenue, more than double your profits. This is a big deal. This is a really big deal. Okay, way too many people are playing up here. Way too many people are playing up here. The guys who are the top 100 clients, top 200 clients, top 300 clients in Carrot are playing down here. We'll show you exactly how they're doing it. So how many leads and deals are you giving up today? You know, how many leads and deals are you okay giving up because of underperformance? And underperformance is the biggie. Great question. I saw someone says, what's the difference on the Content Pro versus Advanced? I'm a new agent. I'll go into that here in a bit. I'll dive into the next things here for sure. We'll get you. So how many leads and deals are you okay with losing because of underperformance this year? You know, in a competitive market, it's going to get more and more difficult to close those things. And so every single lead that comes your way is going to be very precious. Every single dollar that you spend in your marketing is going to be insanely precious. And so we're going to help you so that doesn't happen. Okay, the top investors in our data set know their profit switch. Like I said, they know how much they can and should invest into the marketing before they ever think about stopping the marketing, that marketing activity. Those who lose right now, those who are losing, they stop too soon. They stop their paid marketing too soon, or they don't have a high enough performing website to convert for them. We see so many people that they have the math equation down, like Tom, but then he was losing half of his leads because his website was crappy. So he had that first part of it down, but his website was failing him. So figure out your max cost per lead, your max cost per deal, and then your target cost per deal. Use that equation, and you guys can nail it. Okay, so that is secret number one, the profit switch calculation. And you can go into those markets, and your competitors are going to be like, where did this person come from? Number one, and how are they outspending me there? I'm already spending way more than I can even bear and still make a profit. And they're outspending me over and over again. If you've ever had that question, like, how are they spending so much in Facebook? How are they spending so much in Google AdWords? Like, it's killing me. It's because they did the things I talked about in secret number one. Okay. Secret number two, after testing over 400,000 sellers and buyers, these strategic but simple website design elements help to double lead flow, just like we talked about with Tom. Okay, all Tom did was test his website, his custom site versus ours. And it wasn't even a highly customized version of ours at all. It was a basic version of ours default. He just swapped out his logo, put a couple other things there. He doubled his lead flow. So what are those things that are going to help you do that? Well, let me ask you a question. What would you guess in this example one? On dozens of sites all over the country, we run split tests. Which one, and I want you guys to pipe through the questions panel here. Which one of these three designs would you guys feel in our split test won as far as converting more leads? Let me know through the, I'll give you guys a little Jeopardy, like the 5 or 10 seconds to pop in there. Pop through the questions panel. Which one of these sites converted the highest in our testing? And I'll give you, whoever wins, I'll give you like a little digital high five here in a big way. And also we'll give you something cool. We'll give you carrot t-shirts and stuff like that. Show you guys how to get those for free here in a bit. And a bunch of people are popping some stuff in here. Okay. And Matthew says the left one. Okay. Let me know why, Matt. Why do you feel that the left one won? What else? Who else has an idea of which one of these performed better? Someone says number 3, the one on the right. That one's a very simple one. It's got a single form field. That's a lot of people refer to that as the open door style. They didn't invent it, but opendoor.com has the single form field. So a lot of people copy that and say, well, if Open Door is doing it, it must be the thing that converts the best. That's not the case. Our data has shown that. Okay, this one says the right one. Usually when we ask this question, people pick the one on the right. People pick the one on the right, and the answer is the one in the middle. So we've got a little bit, the one in the middle. So the answer here in all of our testing is none of them. Okay, it's kind of a trick question. So what I want you guys to realize is when you go out there and look at what other people are doing, when you go out there and look at what other people are doing in different markets, I want you to recognize and realize that the design of their website is very, very extremely important, but one market is way different than the next. Okay, one market is way different than the next. As an example, this one's in Baltimore. This is crushing it in Baltimore. We launched a website for this guy. He's the largest home buyer in all of Maryland, a client of ours, Craig. We launched pay-per-click for him and doing SEO for him, crushing it there. He's getting tons of leads. We launched a single form field style on his, and it converted worse in Baltimore. Okay. So you ask why? Well, there's a lot of demographic, psychographic things in each market that make it different. There's a sophistication of a market. There's the age of a market. There's, is a market more tech savvy or not in general? Okay, if you market to a San Diego market versus, let's say, a Florida retirement community, you're going to get different results. Your website has to look different. Okay, and that's one thing I just want to make sure that you guys aren't kind of falling prey to, is you'll see a lot of people go, man, that website looks so pretty. I'm gonna go out there and just have someone knock it off for 20 bucks. I'm gonna build it because it looks so pretty and it must work so great. But the problem is, if you don't have the data to show that it works great in your market, then you might be actually losing yourself a business and leads. Right? So this one's crushing it in their market. They're a national home buyer. They moved over to Carrot about 2 years ago. This one's crushing it in Baltimore versus the single form field. In some markets like Phoenix, Phoenix and one other market, what was it? Phoenix, and I was just talking with Dan Lane, largest home buyer in Tennessee. They're a Carrot client. They moved over to here a year and a half, 2 years ago. And they're crushing it now. And theirs was a single form field opt-in that worked best because we tested it. So that's one thing that we're going to show you guys why certain things work and why they don't. And in general, what I want you guys to do is recognize this, okay? I don't want you to look at certain things and go, okay, well, this is working because it's got a single form field and that's what's crushing it. I want you to recognize the elements, okay? And over the years, all these split tests, what we've done is we've codified this into a science. And this is why so many people copy our websites, so many people copy our strategies. And even when people copy our websites, we find that they convert worse than a Carrot website because they're missing something. It's just like if you go buy a book from Emeril Lagasse, right? He's a chef. And there's this amazing recipe that's Emeril Lagasse's kind of trademark dish. And you've got the recipe. It shows all the ingredients to a T. It shows you exactly what to do, exactly how long to cook it. I guarantee if you cook that recipe standing right next to Emeril Lagasse and he cooks it, his is going to taste better. Okay, his is for sure going to taste better, especially the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, why is it? Because he's done it a ton of times. There's the expert factor. He sees and he knows, man, if I hold it on here these extra 3 seconds, that does it. That does it. You might be like, oh, well, extra 3 seconds, that's not a big deal. It says cook it for 3 minutes, but 3 minutes and 3 seconds is cool. Emeril's like, no, 3 minutes on the nose, that nails it. That's what we've done. We've boiled this down to a science. And even when people try to copy it, they miss the things that actually are some of those levers. So what I want you to see is this. And write these down. These are some performance levers that you need to dial in your website. If you're a Carrot client, these are already done for you. Okay, if you're not a Carrot client, go out there and find someone who is good at this stuff. You're probably not going to be able to hire them for really, really cheap, because that's why they're cheap. But go out there and find someone who's good at this stuff. And also make sure that if you're not a Carrot client, you have your tech stack dialed in, where your website actually has, it loads really fast. We made a massive infrastructure update in January, December. Our websites were already among the fastest out there, and in our market, the fastest. And we just updated them again to massively improve the test. We got a bunch of clients emailing us after that saying, man, I did a test and things were faster. Did you guys do something? Like, yeah, we just rolled out some updates. So we wrote a blog post about it. You guys can find it at oncarrot.com/blog. But our websites are now among the top 5% fastest websites in the world, of all websites, not just real estate. And speed matters. So make sure if you have a custom website somewhere that you get an amazing server, and it's not going to be your $5 or $10 or $15 a month servers. We're talking, it's got to be at least a virtual private server. Those run about 30 to 50 bucks a month. And then you've got to get some other things in there to make it quick and fast. And that's going to help you with SEO and performance. But one of the big things, it's a performance lever that all 100% of all the top 100 sites have in common that were on the Carrot platform, as far as they get results, is they all have a clear and large call to action area, right? All of our websites have that in general, but some of our clients think that they want to make it look different and they remove it, and then they lose their results. So look at this, massive. Your eye is drawn directly to this large call to action. The button is huge. It jumps out. The orange color isn't the important part here. Okay, orange just happens to be the color that contrasts the most with common branding colors. So the orange isn't the important part. The important part is you have a button that contrasts from the rest of the page. Look at this one. This yellow contrasts with the rest of the page. It draws your eye over there. So you want to have a big, huge button. You want to have your words that are benefit oriented. It doesn't just say submit or continue. It has the benefit of what they're going to receive on the other end of that. Get my fair cash offer, get my cash offer, get your free offer. Okay, that's why they're submitting it. And then right here, very, very clear call to action at the top of the page. That's critical. Look at on mobile. Most people, even if they try to copy a Carrot site, you pull it up on mobile, it looks terrible. They're losing tons and tons and tons of leads on mobile, because most of the leads that come through Carrot today are through mobile devices. So look at this. This is at the top of the web page. Very clear phone number, very clear navigation. We simplified it on here. Very clear call to action. And then right there, it's right there, easy, quick, and simple for you to submit. Okay. Next thing, all of the top 100 sites that got great results within our Carrot system, up to that 100 opt-in lead milestone, have really simple but actual branding. Okay, we have a really simple logo builder inside of our system, and we have it there just for simplicity in case someone doesn't have a logo. But what we have found is the people that get taken the most seriously by house sellers and people like that are the people that have good, clear branding. Okay, so this right here, this isn't complicated, but the trusted home buyer, right? That's good, clear branding. We buy homes Tucson. Tyler Ford is one of those market leaders. He's dominating the Tucson market using some things we're going to be teaching you. Okay, so we buy homes Tucson. Neither one of these are complicated, but they're clean, they're clear, it's trustworthy. Okay, they even built the word trust into them. Those right there are things that are jumping out and making these people stand out in their markets. Okay, next performance level. All the top 100 sites have this in common. They have a simple opt-in box, okay? One thing that we'll find on a lot of people's pay-per-click pages or any pages that they're developing themselves is they have opt-in form fields that are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 things that the seller or buyer has to fill in. And especially when you think about on a cell phone device, it's like, can you imagine if you pull up your cell phone and you've got to try to fill in 7, 8, 9 form fields in your cell phone, especially if you're busy? Especially if you tapped a Facebook ad, you go over to a web page, and you've got 7 or 8 form fields to fill out, you're probably not going to do it. So we've really drilled it down into 3 form fields for sellers is ideal. And then we have this one that we've been testing, 1 form field. And we have found in honesty that design does not always equate to a higher performance. Okay, not at all. You get more addresses, but then you have to have a better step 2, which we have in our system, to then convert them into actually get their contact info. So I don't want everyone running out and saying, I want this single form field thing, because we've actually found that isn't our highest performing design. Okay. The next thing is mobile optimized. You guys can go to our website, go to responsive.oncarrot.com. I think that's the URL. You can pull it up and actually just gauge how well your website's optimized. Okay. And if I were to pull up this website here as an example, let's just pull this puppy up here. I'm just going to show you something here in a second. One kind of trick you can do on your web browser is you can just take the bottom of your web browser and grab it and drag it over. And then you can see what your website does on a mobile device. It shrinks down. Is it mobile optimized? Do you have the call to action areas and your phone number clear and up top? Do you have your navigation broken down so it's simple for someone to operate? And then very simple, big, huge opt-in section up here. And then if they scroll down the page, you have robust content that educates them. But then when they get to the bottom, another opt-in form so they don't they don't have to fill out anything up above. Okay. So make sure that your website is really, really well mobile optimized. If you're a Carrot client, same thing. You guys don't have to worry about it. It's just kind of comes stock part of what we do. The performance levers, another one. All of these top 100 had at least 5 credibility pieces. I'm going to name some credibility pieces for you guys. Write these down right now, okay? So one right here that we found in our test that does perform better when you put it up what's called above the fold or toward the top of the site is a Better Business Bureau A+ rating badge. Make sure it links over to your Better Business Bureau page only if you have reviews over there that are giving you a positive light. Okay, if you link people over there and there aren't actually reviews, it just has a Better Business Bureau A+ rating, but there's no reviews and stuff. We haven't found that is really any boost in performance. It's only when you have a bunch of reviews over there. But this does help. Okay. Another credibility thing is get testimonials in spots where it's right next to your call to action areas. You can see this right here. Here's this opt-in form, and here's a testimonial that says, "Thanks, Rob and Billy, for great all-around experience. You were fair and honest, and the process was quick and painless. 5-star review posted on Google Reviews." That right there is going to help out massively. And this guy right here, Billy Ross, is one of the biggest home buyers in his market. Okay, this one right here, they have the Better Business Bureau. They have it there, really clean, quick area to get to our about page. Our mission, they added our mission in there. That's something we do here at Carrot. A lot of people join Carrot because of our core values, because of what we are about. And don't think that your clients won't do the same thing. If you guys show that you're about the community and you're passionate about it, your clients will choose you because of that too. Add in personalization here too. Okay. There's some other credibility pieces you can add. Make sure you have a testimonials tab that's right up there in the navigation bar, and make sure that it has at least 3 to 5 testimonials, and try to have those testimonials have pictures or videos. And I can show you guys some kind of tips here in a little bit on how to format your testimonials to get the best results. Okay. Some other things that you can do to boost up your credibility is make sure you have a clean, clear phone number in multiple spots. Have a clean, clear phone number at the top. Have your phone number throughout the rest of the website. And also over on your contact page or how it works page, make sure that you have testimonials on every page. Okay, there should be testimonials on every single page. So as someone's going through your page and learning about you and what you do, you want to make sure you're always really reinforcing why you do what you do, and that it's an amazing service. Okay, this is a huge thing that all of the top clients in our data did, the ones who are dominating the markets. They didn't just go in and launch a Carrot site or have a website that was generic. They went in there, swapped out their photos. They localized their website with photos. They localized it with some sort of local branding. You'll see our home buyers in Maryland. They're the largest home buyer in Maryland. Carrot client, one of the largest home buyers in Boise right here. And Dan's got a picture. Hey, here's me. Here's Dan. Here's what I do, and here's what our business does to help you. Okay. And then down here, you actually localize the content and tell people, hey, this is where we are. Here's how we can serve you. And there's some things you can do too. Like I said, go and swap out the photos on your website. So it's all localized photos, ideally photos that you took or that you have. That picture right there is actually a photo of a house that they flipped. That's one of their houses. This photo here is one that they just grabbed off of a stock photo site of Boise. Okay, so you don't have to get too complicated with it. One thing here that's a very, very, very big misnomer that a lot of people have is that they think that the least amount of content possible on their website, the better. Okay, the least amount of content possible, the better. Now, this website on the left is kind of funny. Okay, they actually added more form fields to their rent to own, their lease option site. They did swap out a photo, but the rest of the whole website is kind of our stock stuff, except they added in a bunch of content. They added in, some content about that and about making payments in Winfield Homes and some other things. This website here is the #1 lead generating website in all of the Carrot platform. Okay, they have 20,000 plus leads, rent to own leads in their system, and they're driving a ton of leads. And the reason I wanted to show you this is all of our websites from default are built with robust content. We don't do landing pages and squeeze pages here because we've tested them over and over again. And over again, the mini site that we build has performed better. Okay, the mini site that we've built has performed better than squeeze pages. And the reason for that is when someone lands on a web page, you're going to find 90%, 80% of people, 95% of people won't submit their information to become a lead, right? They're not going to submit their information. So what happens with the other 70%? What happens is if it's a squeeze page, they bounce away from your website because you only gave them one option. It's either submit as a lead or leave. But when you have a mini site like this, and you have robust content, robust information that they can scroll around, they can learn how it works, and they can see who you are, and they can see testimonials, they can see frequently asked questions, and they see robust written content, they see property listings. They can browse around and actually learn more about you, and you can build credibility with them. That's one of the reasons why our clients are seeing such great results, because we have doubled down on robust content. Also, Google wants to see robust content. So let me tell you a quick story. Okay. My family and I, we moved into a house. Someone says there was talk about Google and Facebook pay-per-click training. Yep. I'll let you guys know about that for sure. And then someone says, what's the cost of becoming a Carrot client? You can go to our website anytime on carrot.com/plans. You can see our plans. But what I'm going to do is toward the end of this call, I'm actually just going to show you guys, we do have a special offer that we put together for anyone that just wants to join Carrot and have it all easier for you and kind of come into our ecosystem. And it's an offer that actually you're going to be able to get 6 months of Carrot at our highest pricing plan for free. If you're a current customer, you're going to be able to take advantage of it as well. And we're going to bump out your payment plan for 6 months. So just hang on. This will be the best type of deal you'll be able to get for Carrot. But you can go to our pricing and plans page and check it out if you just don't want to build the stuff yourself. Okay. So let me tell you a story. So we moved into a house here in Oregon on a river. It's our dream house. We're renovating it right now. And because it's by the river, bats are a big issue. We've got these they're called little brown bats or something like that. And so one night a year ago, I was standing out on the deck, and you hear all this like chirping right at dusk time. It's like just massive, massive, loud chirping. And then before I knew it, one of these bats just bailed out of this little tiny hole up there towards the top of our house. And then before you know it, there was 2, and then 10, and then 15, and I stopped counting at 55. Okay. And I stopped counting, they kept on coming out. So we realized at that moment that there was a bat problem. And so what do? Well, you go to the internet, right? So I'm going to the internet. I'm like, I've got this bat problem. So I start to Google things. I Google bats in my attic, how to remove bats from my attic, how to seal my house up, things like that. Okay. And as you can imagine, I have this whole search journey that's going on online. I'm searching all these different things, just like your sellers are, just like your buyers are, because they've got a problem. I had this problem. I needed to solve it. I hop online to solve that thing, to educate myself. And I found a whole host of websites. One of the websites specifically was batsintheattic.com, I think it was. And there was a bunch of other ones. There was a couple that were insanely pretty. Like they were really, really pretty. They didn't have a whole lot of content. They had a form that said, fill out this thing, to get a local bat removal expert to call you. And it looked cool. It was pretty, but like there was no personality. There was no content. It just felt like my lead was getting, my information was getting sucked away from me. And I didn't have any idea who they were or what they were about, or even if they were experts. Then I landed on this website, Bats in My Attic. It was the ugliest website I found. And I'm not saying ugly websites are like what you should do, but it was the ugliest website that I found. Okay, but it was chock full of amazing content. I found myself for probably 30 or 45 minutes clicking a link on the bottom of this page after I got into reading that page. And it would take me over here to show me pictures. And it scared me. Like, I think that was part of their job, is trying to scare me. But what they were doing is they were educating me. They showed amazing pictures. And they said, hey, if there's bats here in your house, go here and learn how to remove them there. At the bottom of every single page, what did they have? They had find a local bat removal expert, click this link, and it took you to a page. Guys, that website was just a national lead generation site for bat removal people, for wildlife removal people. I ended up calling the guy, talked to the guy. He was an hour away from my house, and we ended up talking together and doing business. So that's a perfect example. As soon as I did that myself, I pulled back. I'm like, oh my gosh, even though I've been doing this for years, I just did exactly what a motivated house seller would do when they realize that they have a problem. They go to the internet, they search, they find 4, 5, 6, 7 different websites. You start to mentally stack them up. This one looks pretty, but it doesn't give me content. This one gives me some content, but are they real? Like, I don't see any credibility. This is not that pretty, but man, the information's amazing. They must be an expert. And what I found was, for me, I went with the expert. And you can't do that on thin content. So we challenge you, and Google's going to say the same thing. Google has even said it. The 2018 content, robust content, is going to be rewarded even more with SEO. And that's why, one of the reasons why our Carrot clients are winning. If you Google sell my house fast, insert any city in the country, we buy houses, insert any city in the country, you're going to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Carrot clients on page 1, oftentimes dominating it. And the cool thing is, it doesn't matter if you're ranking really high for that phrase or there's already 5 Carrot clients there. It doesn't matter at all. Because as I'm going to show you, you can customize your visual on your site. And also what you can do is there's hundreds of different keyword phrases that people can go after that sellers are typing in. Or there's Facebook, or there's Craigslist, or there's Google Organic, there's Google pay-per-click, there's direct mail. There's just building your own credibility. There's so many different reasons to have a web presence that converts well, no matter how many people are already in your market doing it. Okay. So once someone lands on a website, where do they convert? And this is one case for not using squeeze pages, but using mini sites like we've been using for years and years and years. This is a screenshot from December, actually. And this is the leads that I think came in the previous 6 months or something like that. Okay, don't quote me on it, but it might be the previous 12 months. Okay, and this doesn't include phone call leads. So this right here is the homepage. So the majority of the leads, of course, come through the homepage because that's how we have it geared. The homepage is the spot that we test the most. It's where you should drive your paid traffic. It's where your organic traffic is going to come in for your primary keywords. Then you launch location-specific landing pages, right? But then if you go down here for our motivated house seller page, the Get a Cash Offer Today page is the second most high converting page for motivated house sellers. That's because people are exploring. They want to find more content. They weren't ready to opt in on the homepage, so they wanted to explore a little bit. What happens now? They click another page, Sell Your House Fast. 1,500 opt-in leads came in through that page. Our company, make sure your company pages, y'all, are actually a lead conversion page. All the company pages for Carrot clients by default are lead conversion pages. Over 1,300 leads came in from people looking at the About page. Okay. FAQ page. Is your FAQ page a lead conversion page? Over 1,200 leads. This does not include phone call leads, came in from an FAQ page. So if we would have not had those sources there, we could have potentially been losing 6, 7, 8, 10,000 opt-in leads, double that for phone call leads. 20,000 leads could have been lost if we didn't have robust content in the website for people to explore. And that's something we've baked into our Carrot websites by default, whether you're an agent or an investor. And then we encourage you to go through and personalize it, personalize it and dial it in, build your credibility in. And like I said, the big thing here is mobile. Okay, mobile, it keeps on getting bigger and bigger. And this is a screenshot from not too long ago. 52% at that point of all of the leads that month had come in through mobile. Actually, this is for that year had come in through mobile. Okay, so we need to be really looking at mobile first. Pull up your website. If you're not a Carrot customer, pull up your website on your cell phone right now and look and see if it is as easy as possible for someone to convert well on mobile. Is it loading fast? Because people on cell phones you don't have very much patience on a cell phone. So that's why it's so important for your website to load insanely fast. That's why it's so important for your website to have your call to action right at the top and make it easy. The big old huge form fields, big fat opt-in button, because people have fat fingers and they usually type those things in with their thumbs. Make sure you have a big old fat opt-in button that they can't miss it. Okay, mobile is huge. And like I said, that's something we build for mobile first, and then we make sure it looks amazing on desktop because mobile is where the majority of the leads come in. Okay. And then the last performance lever, this is something right here looking into 2018 in this type of a market. Like I said, 3, 4, 5 years ago, your messaging on your website or your messaging in direct mail pieces would be different than it should be today. Okay. 5 years ago, it was foreclosures. So your website would probably be really focused on foreclosures and short sales. And here's how we can get you out of here. And here's how we can make you an offer because, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, people weren't selling houses very easy. Okay. So many real estate agents were going in to be investors because they weren't making money as an agent. Now it's flowing back the other way because it's a seller market and it's easy to sell. Sellers have a lot of options. So here's some things that we've been testing and have worked to improve performance on different things. So one thing right here is you got to think about the motivated house seller and the mindset that they're in, right? If you're a house seller, you know that there's options. You know that you can list with an agent. You know that there's 10 real estate investors that hit you with postcards and that you found in Google pay-per-click or organic. So you're going, okay, me as a seller, I can guarantee you not one seller in the history of the world wants to list their house with an agent, okay? Now, I know this sounds weird, right? Not one seller in the history of the world wants to list their house with an agent. No one wants to, okay? It's just that the real estate agents have kind of wedged their way in over the previous decades through an amazing, it's just amazing the way that that's happened through that profession. It's awesome. But they've wedged their way in as the middleman between someone buying and selling homes. So it's just a logical traditional way that most people know that they buy or sell homes because the agent world has done such a great job to do that, right? But no one wants to do it. They would much rather not list their house and wait 30 days than get a buyer and then have that buyer have to go get financing and then have the financing fall through. And then they're 30 to 45 to 60 days in before selling their house. Every single house seller in the history of the world would rather have their house for sale, sell it today and be done with it. Okay. So some of the copy that you can start to use in some of your marketing and you can start to use on your websites is sell your house and be done with it. Okay. You don't have to mess around with people coming through and looking at things. You don't have to mess around like this website says, sell your house on your terms. We're not saying sell your house fast because everyone can sell their house fast today. Okay. What you're saying is sell your house on your terms. Sell your house. Sell your home to Houston house buyers and avoid the hassles of repairs, listing your house with an agent, fickle buyers and months of uncertainty. Get a fair offer, choose the closing date. We pay all costs. That right there is a massive, massive message that cuts through the clutter. Okay, if they land on 10 other investor sites that all just talk about we buy houses, we'll buy your house fast, and this one talks to the message of comparing an agent versus an investor, basically, you're going to win. Okay, sell your house on your terms. When you're working with a real estate agent, you're not selling your house in your terms. If it was your terms, you'd sell it today, not in 30 days from now. Okay. And also you wouldn't pay a commission, but either way, the house seller's got to pay value some way, shape, or form to someone helping them sell the house. Avoid the hassle and months of uncertainty. So once again, everyone in their mind, those sellers in their mind, they know that they can compare an agent versus an investor. Now you need to make sure that you're doing a great job making that comparison for them. Because they're going, well, shoot, so why would I sell with these people? I know my buddy down the road listed his house and got 12 above asking price offers in one day. Well, here's the reason, because not everyone's like that. You can avoid the hassle and months of uncertainty. You can avoid having people having to come through and show the house. You can avoid having to clean it up. You can avoid having to do any repairs in your house at all. We will do it all for you, and you can just walk away. We're ready to buy your home. Avoid agent commissions and the wait. Also, like I said, updating your sites around big events or changes helps to join that conversation in your mind. So we had several clients in Houston after the flood. What do? They went to their homepage and they go, okay, this is going on in our prospects' minds right now. How can we best help them and join that conversation in their mind? Well, I can actually update my homepage to say something about the flood side of things. Was your house flooded and insurance won't pay? Well, we may be able to buy your house. Submit this. So make sure that you guys are doing that. Christmas, okay, around Christmas time, sell you update it on right after Thanksgiving, and then you update it for the Christmas season. Submit your information today and sell your house before Christmas. Okay, so you can start to put in these updates to join that conversation in their mind better than sticking with the same "we buy houses" type message. Does that make sense, y'all? That makes sense? And really, every tiny piece exists for a reason, based off of thousands of tests. And that's what I want people to really dive into and recognize here is you don't have to be a tech expert. You don't have to be a conversion rate optimization expert. You just have to take these things that we've already done for you and implement them into your business. Or if you're a Carrot client, just model these ideas, or like I said, in Carrot, it's already done for you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel at all. Just go in there and personalize stuff a little bit, build your credibility, pick one of our high converting designs, and you're rolling. And kind of going back to this example, who wants to be in this top camp? Okay, the people who are closing deals, you feel like you're doing good, but you don't realize that you're probably leaving half or more of the money on the table because you didn't hone in the conversion rate on your website. You didn't hone in the performance on your website. And I call that phantom expenses. And phantom expenses are basically where you have money that's coming out of your pocket, out of your bank account, whether you knew it or not. Okay, but it is money that should be in your bank account. Okay, that's from underperformance. That's from all kinds of different things. And if you got just 2 extra leads per month from small tweaks you made to those websites, small tweaks you made to your ads, small tweaks you made to this, that would be 24 extra leads per year, right? So 1 in 15 on average, we find this with our clients, 1 in 15 leads close into a deal on average with our best clients. That's a normal close ratio for hot online leads. So in this scenario, you're talking like at least an extra $10,000. If your average profit per deal is 10K, you're talking at least 1 deal, possibly 2 deals extra just from final tweaks at the low end. So how much money are you actually saving by trying to go it alone or go with a cheaper system or go with a system that isn't innovating on this stuff? You could be losing $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 from phantom expenses, not even knowing it. And you can't build predictability and consistency in your business without adding predictability and consistency in your performance. Okay. That's funny. Michael says, oh, sweet. I just got a lead on my website while on this call. Awesome, dude. Go get it, man. And I know Michael's a new client of ours. The question is, will this work for your business? Really this methodology works for house buying websites, house selling websites, note buying, note selling, land buying, land selling. We have a ton of people buying land and selling land on Carrot. Credibility building websites, hard money lending websites. We have hard money lenders using Carrot. Lease option websites, tenant websites. I use Carrot personally for tenants for my rental properties. It works for all types of real estate leads and businesses, real estate agent. Okay. These methodologies are psychology. These are rooted in psychology. So you can take these exact same methodologies and put them into a plumbing business, put them into a makeup sales business, whatever it is. It's human psychology baked into your marketing plan to make it more consistent. So just kind of going through some examples here, and I want you guys to take some inspiration from these. And like I said, if you're not a Carrot client, take inspiration, go and deploy it. Okay. This is going to help you get better results if you're not a client of ours. So right here, motivated house sellers. If you look at what I want you to notice is the commonalities between things. So you notice the big, clear, clean call to action area with eye directors. Your eye is directed right over there. Okay. Some of our competitors are emulating that stuff. And like I said, that's what our aim is. I don't care if people emulate our stuff. It's awesome, because what happens is then it elevates the whole industry. And then it's our job is to stay ahead of everyone, That's part of our challenge. Okay, you've got the big, clean, clear opt-in buttons, the iDirect or the orange button there. Like I said, orange isn't the key, it's contrast. You want to have the button contrast. Robust content down below there. Really clean, clear navigation. What they want to toss out at you guys is this. This is kind of ninja here and crazy, crazy strategic. So a lot of people think that the way that we've kind of set our navigation bar up here is we just threw things up there, right? And that's kind of how we did it way back in the day. But because we've ran so many tests, one by one, we were testing what performs best, where should we put it? And originally, we actually had a home link there. So like you said, home. And then we just kind of like randomly put the things in there that we thought made sense to put in the top nav bar. And that's what most people do. But what we did over the years is we said, okay, as we understand the exact as we understood the exact way that your house seller or house buyer makes a decision. Yes, Justin. Justin says, is there a way to have you guys do all this for me? Yeah, dude. Like I said, man, I've got a special offer that's going to give you the ability to have Carrot at our highest pricing plan, highest advanced plan called the Advanced Marketer Plan. It's free for 6 months. And we'll kind of dig into it here in a bit and see if it's a fit for you, but 100% for sure, dude. So what we did was, as we were going through and we truly understood the way that a motivated house seller makes a decision, and not just a house seller, we started to go, okay, what if we order our navigation bar in the exact order that someone needs to be able to get information to make a decision to work with you? And so the first thing that they need is they're problem aware, right? They know they've got a problem, but they don't know how to solve it. So they see the bandit signs finally, they get the direct mail pieces, they go out there and they do Google searches, and they see your ad on Facebook. They're problem aware, so now they're actually going to notice that stuff. They click the ad, they Google you, sell my house fast, whatever, and they land on your website. Now they see all these options out there. They get the direct mail. They saw the bandit signs. They saw the billboards. They see the websites through the searches they did. Now they know that there's these solutions. They're solution aware at this point. And when they know that there are solutions, at that point they land here and they're like, okay, I've got this problem. Number one, I'm trying to gauge, does this company have a service that might be able to solve my problem? So immediately, if they need to sell their house, they know immediately that you have a service that can sell that can solve their problem. The next thing they're going to go, okay, and that's why we put this link up at the very top. You always want to have the first navigation link the exact thing that they came for, to sell their house, to look at investment properties, to sell land, to buy land, whatever it is. Your top navigation should always be the exact reason that they came there. And they need to make sure that when they click it, it's content then with an opt-in box so they can become a lead. Then next, like, okay, it looks like these people have a service that can solve my problem, but how does it work? How does it differ from, let's say, a real estate agent? Well, then you've got the How It Works tab. And then on our current sites, because of testing, we have a compare tab that we added once the market became a huge seller market, where you go there and it's a comparison between investors and agents, right? And then it's like, okay, I understand what they're doing. I understand how it's different offering than investors and agents, but are they legit? Like, are they a company I want to work with? Then they dig into credibility. That's where you got testimonials here, and you've got your testimonials tab right there in that exact order that they're making a decision. You've got our company page up there. And then it's like, okay, I've got a few other questions. You get your FAQ page to answer that. And then it's like contact, bam. So once we went to this navigation flow, things increase performance even better. And you'll see, you have your step 1 opt-in form here. It looks amazing on mobile. Then it guides them directly to a longer step 2 to get them further qualified. Look at this same thing over here for buyers. They came to see properties. Your upper link should be properties for sale. You links them to a squeeze page to build the buyers list. Then you send them the properties, and then it educates them on the rest. Okay. So then you've got your opt-in, drives them over to a step 2, amazing on mobile, list properties. You can list properties in the Carrot system, whether you're an agent or an investor. Rent to own. What do you see these patterns here, y'all? Really clear, clean call to action, available rent to own homes, why rent to own, how does it work, amazing on mobile, step 2, okay? You can see the same thing, credibility site, land, it's the exact same thing here. And it's because this methodology is proven to work with science. Look at the agent side of things. I came to sell my property. Let's look at featured listings, client reviews. I want to compare how it works, how these agents compare to other offers. And then I want to meet them. And I can dig in there and kind of build credibility, look at properties. Okay, hard money, same thing, y'all. So basically what you can do with Carrot is you can choose the one lead type. And I want you guys to do this right now, whether you're a Carrot customer or not. Choose the one lead type you want to start with, Way too many people launch 2, 3, 4 different websites, one for buyers, one for sellers, one for land. And then they're trying to do them all at once. What I want you to do is stack. Pick the lead type that you need the most right now. If you need sellers the most right now, sweet, launch that website, whether it's Carrot or not, launch that right now. And then focus on that until you've got your first 30 leads. And that's kind of my rule of thumb is until you've got your first 30 leads, you should be hyper focusing on that one lead source, unless you're ready just to plug them. If you've got the bandwidth to do multiple at once, sweet, do it. But we suggest first 30 leads and then you stack on the next one. Okay. And you can see here, Tyler crushes it. Rent to own, note buyers, land. Those are just kind of templates there. Okay. So what I'm going to do here really quick is, if you guys are cool with it, I'll dive in and do a quick little demo on the Carrot side for Carrot customers to show you guys how to do a couple things. And if you're not a Carrot customer, let's give you a good little some insight basically into Carrot. What makes Carrot work really well. Okay. So I'm logged into a Carrot site right now. And if you're gonna launch a Carrot site, this is not the first step you'll see. I kind of went up there a couple steps for the sake of time. But let's say you want to come in here and launch a land site, right? Land buying or selling site. You can check it out, check out the demo, and then you can go ahead and title the site. This title is just for you. So you can do like, selling land in Tucson or whatever. And Tyler, if you're on this call, I'm using your account. I'm not going to show any of your sensitive data, but it's happened to be in it. I'm like, I'll just add a site for Tyler and then we'll just go ahead and do it. I'll delete it after. So what's happening now is behind the scenes, this is like, this is our 8+ years of my personal experience. And for Carrot, it's 3.5, 4 years and almost 2 million leads of experience baked into about 10 seconds where we're launching and creating your website for you. Okay. And we're bringing in your content. We're bringing in the structure. We're bringing in everything that makes it perform amazingly. You can see Tyler's already got some other pages up here for different sources. So I'm just going to go over here and go to the dashboard. So once your website's launched, it's there and it's ready to go. You could technically start driving traffic to it right now. It's going to convert. It's going to convert better than most anything you could ever build out of the box. But what we suggest you do is head over to design and really kind of tweak up the design of it a little bit. You can go over here and kind of pick the theme first. We live here in Oregon, so we named all of our themes after trees: the cedar, the Douglas, the madrone. So this one right here, and one thing about Carrot too is nothing makes it into our designs unless it's thoroughly tested and it converts at least, if not as good as the design that was our core design. Okay, so we never ever will sacrifice results for the sake of adding something in just for the visual. And that's one thing that a lot of websites will do is they'll add something in just to make it look prettier, to give you other options when they don't actually know if it actually performs good or not. And we're never going to do that. So you can choose that one. You can check it out, look at it on mobile, all kinds of fancy stuff to see what it might look like. This one right here is one of my favorites. All these convert well, like I said, and we can't say that this one converts better than all of them categorically, but this is probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite. But you might launch this one in one market and it crushes it, but maybe one of these other ones might slightly edge it out in a different market. So what we can assure you is that they all perform insanely well. So go down here and select the design that you want to go with. And I'm just going to go ahead and choose, let's go with this one here. Okay. Then you're going to go to branding and you can upload your own logo if you want to, and you can do all that kind of stuff. So upload your own logo. I don't know if I have a logo actually prepped here to upload in there. I probably should have grabbed one. That's me not being very prepared there. But you can upload a logo, just drag it over there. As an example, let's say I just wanted to do this. This isn't really a logo, but I'm just going to drag and drop it over. And there's this Zillow thing over there now, right? So of course that's not going to be my logo, but I just dragged it over. It's quick and easy. But you can use our logo builder if you want to. And you can also update your favicon there. So if you want to make that custom, you can do that too. Then what I do is I'd hover over to my colors. And let's say you want to match up your colors. You just go ahead and select color. Let's kind of match it up to, I don't know, that Zillow blue kind of, right? If you know your exact color, then you can actually put the exact color in there. I'm just going to match it up there. And then we automatically change everything for you. You can even change your button color right here. If your primary colors were orange and you wanted to make sure it contrasts, cool. Maybe you'd change your button to some other color, that green or something. Okay, so there's some things you can do. There's some more other advanced things you can do there too. And then you can do a lot of other customizations, your fonts, your menus, things like that. You can do all kinds of fancy stuff, right? Once you do that, you just go ahead and save and activate. And then I'm just going to go ahead and bounce back out. Like I said, there's other customizations you can do. And then I would go into the content and I'd actually hone in the content. And you can use our content builder in here. Your website is already full of content, and it already actually has your city baked into it, your city, your state. Baked into it. It's got your phone number baked into it already. So this website's the one that we just now launched. It's got the phone number. It's got the city. It's got the state. It's got some amazing things. Now I can go in here and just tweak stuff. Let's say I want to change that photo right there that's on the homepage. I can just remove that one, add a new one. Let's add this one here. Or you can drag your own in there. and you can dial that in. Let's say you want to change the content. You want to add a video in. You want to personalize your own content, but you're like, man, I want to personalize it, but I don't want to mess up what makes Carrot work so well. I don't want to mess up the SEO stuff. Well, you come down here to our SEO tool, you put in the keyword that you're looking to rank for, and then our SEO analysis tool is going to give you a grade, and it's going to tell you what you need to improve. So these red ones, do a couple of those things a little bit better. That one, do a little bit better. Okay. Then just make sure that your bubble's green, dial it in, launch it. And then the next thing that I would personally do is then I would go into launching what I call location-specific landing pages. So if you start to Google a lot of different phrases, you'll find that oftentimes the websites that are ranking really well there aren't actually the person's homepage. It's a page specifically for that city. And that's one of the strategies that overwhelmingly the top 100 clients have done every time is they've launched what we call location-specific landing pages. Okay, so you can go in here and you can add locations and you can go, hey, let's say that this is Phoenix, right? And then you would type information, content about Phoenix, or you just copy content over. You add your featured image. You can have the map in there if you want to. So you can just like do Phoenix or whatever it is, okay? Or you can add a specific address in there if you wanted to. Then you can have photos in there and your content and all kinds of fancy stuff. Okay, that's going to help add in your squeeze page. And there's a bunch of things you can do in there. Once you start to get traffic coming in, your stats are going to be right over here. So let's hop over here to this existing site from Tyler. He's one of our market leaders. It's a part of this Market Leaders Revealed program. And you can see his stats. You're going to be able to see how many leads and traffic you got in and what percentage did he get in mobile in his market, because each market's different. Where'd your traffic come from? Organic or social or direct? Which pages are here, and what is the conversion rate on those pages? This one's converting 20%. This one's converting 25%. And this is just in the last 7 days. Okay, then from there, you've got your leads. Okay, and I'm not going to show these leads because these are real numbers, but you've got your leads. It shows you where your leads came from. This one came from Google search. And you've got all of your information in here where it brings up a property, brings up your map, it brings up your Google Street View if Google has it for you. And you can manage your leads in here. Or if you have other CRM that you use, you can integrate it. It brings in Zillow data. You can integrate it with another CRM if you want to. And then you talk to the seller, you update these fields, and you're running. Okay, now let's say you want to start doing your marketing, and you're going and really diving after your SEO rankings. Well, you come in here and like Tyler, I mean, he's crushing on his #1 SEO rankings. And he's actually going to be showing people exactly how he did this in his Tucson market and swarm the market in our Advanced Leaders Revealed program. But you can come in here and add a new keyword if you want to track it. And we'll tell you exactly how, the status of that. We'll tell you how to increase your rankings. Let's say you're on the top of page 2. This is going to tell you what you need to do to increase your ranking higher. And then if you're like, man, I just really don't know what to do, set up a coaching call with us. Hop on one of our coaching campaigns or coaching calls. Next, if you're doing paid traffic, awesome. You want to make sure you know what's working with your paid traffic. Come over here and let's say you're going to drive it to your home. You're going to do a Facebook ad, okay? Facebook ad, #1. You want to make sure that you know which ad is working, okay? So what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and like pull up the specific page. Let's say you're going to drive it to that page. And this is a retargeting ad. And this is a Facebook ad. I'm going to go to click create campaign link. Okay. It's creating the link for me. I can use this in my marketing now. So now it's going to show, 42 clicks, 15 leads, and that specific ad, that ad is what produced it. Okay. There's so many other things that we can show you that you guys can do within Carrot. The thing we're the most proud about is our training and our content and in our live chat and support. But let's bounce back over to the presentation. So that's kind of the flow of how Carrot works and how you make Carrot work for you. There's a lot of other things you can do with Carrot. But who here, just really quick, I've been yapping a lot. Who here thinks just by the demo of that, or if you're a Carrot customer, that you think Carrot's kind of awesome? I know for me, and I've still got a whole section. We've still got section #3, which is traffic stacking. I'm going to show our traffic stacking methodology on how to get the traffic and leads that our clients are doing. And one thing in 2018, that if you do this in 2018 and stay consistent with it, you're going to win your market that most people aren't doing yet. Okay. But who on here thinks Carrot's awesome? Pop through the questions panel really quick and kind of let me know what you thought was interesting or what questions you might have about it too. But this right here is our agent Carrot. We're rolling out agent Carrot like literally within weeks. And we're really pumped about it. But that's secret #2. After testing over 400,000 sellers and buyers, those tweaks that I mentioned are the things that are going to get you over that hump. If you're not a Carrot customer, implement those into your system and then make sure that you start to deploy them and get results. If you are a customer, most of those have been done for you. Some of them you got to go in there and do yourself, like building in your own credibility and stuff like that. Michael says, without question, Carrot's the best. Awesome, man. So secret #3 is what I call the traffic stack framework. Okay. And traffic stacking is what really adds that consistency and predictability when you build it on top of a high-performing framework, a high-performing website. things like that. Okay. So that's really what fuels almost all of the leads in the top Carrot clients. Okay. Jeff saying, get to the pitch, dude. I will. And this call, man, I mean, I'm trying to drop as much content as I possibly can in this hour and a half. And I'll get to the pitch for sure, dude, for sure. Says, where are the leads coming from, right? So where the leads are currently coming from for Carrot clients is right here. This is a screenshot from our analytics from the previous year. So the number one source is direct, right? What does that mean? Well, about 60% of that usually from reputable sources is usually organic, but Google Analytics miscategorizes it. So about 60% of those 500,000 leads came from Google organic search. The other ones came from someone, actually going to that website directly. The vast majority of the leads and traffic, you can see the vast majority, not even close, is Google organic. That's SEO. Facebook mobile. A year and a half ago, Facebook was number 6. Today, Facebook is 3 of the top 10 lead sources. Facebook is only continuing to grow. And the reason I say this is because Facebook, the vast majority, it's like 80-something% of that traffic is on mobile devices. So you need to make sure that website crushes it on mobile. But then it goes down to Google pay-per-click and on down from there. Okay, so that's where the leads are coming from, to give context. But the majority of the traffic and deals are coming from search-based traffic. And kind of going back to that bat analogy, so many people, when they've got a problem, they hit the web and they start to Google things up. And that's how they actually go out there and find their solutions. And I think you guys can probably attest to this as well. And just kind of raise your hand and shake your hand to this, that anytime you have a question or you have a problem, you probably hit Google to type in something. And your clients are doing the same thing, buyers, sellers. And what we found is, with our data and other corroborating data, is on average, your Google organic, your search-based traffic, your organic or pay-per-click, converts 20 to 40% higher on your website than direct mail traffic, than TV or radio traffic, because those are more broad. These are a lot more targeted, where people are actively looking for solutions. So you get better leads, better deals. And we hear this a lot, where people say, my SEO leads seem to be more profitable than my direct mail leads or Facebook leads. So that's awesome. We hear it all the time, and we see it too. But the thing is, I want you to also look at the other side of it. Is that means you need less leads to equal the same amount of profits you're getting from another marketing method. And these marketing methods online work better when you stack them. Okay. So right here, what we suggest is this. So the first thing, SEO, search engine optimization, that's getting ranked high in Google listings. When someone searches like sell my house fast, insert your city. SEO takes time, right? So we made this graphic and we put it on one of our blog posts, where in a competitive market, you can expect probably around the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 month mark when you're doing active SEO with a well-built platform that's built for SEO. You can start to see results in traffic and leads coming in around that 6 to 12 month period, depending on how well you're implementing it, how well your system is, and how competitive your market is. Pay-per-click, on the other hand, whether it's Facebook or Google or Bing, you can get leads coming in immediately. So one thing we want to make sure people do is you stack the traffic. In the short term, have some sort of a paid traffic method coming in right now to get leads and deals coming in now, and then build up the SEO over long term, because the SEO is what builds the momentum, what builds the consistency and predictability. If you just did direct mail and you just did pay-per-click, what would happen if pay-per-click all of a sudden became more competitive, or direct mail became competitive and your response rates got cut by half? Well, if you were building your SEO continues to build momentum as long as you're doing it right, continues to build traffic as long as you're building it on a system that is built the way Google wants to see it, and you actually get more leads for less cost. So right here, you kind of had this little ROI spot where your SEO is building. You start to get leads and deals in a big way there, 8, 10, 12 months, but your cost goes down. Pay-per-click, your cost is high up front. You hone in your campaign, you start to even it out over time. So stack both of those. Stack pay-per-click up front now, Google and or Facebook, and they both work insanely well if you do it right, and then build up SEO over the long term. So Adrian, right here, he slacked this through on our Awesomeness channel. This is from Dan Toback, the head of acquisitions at PSL Home Buyers. He says, Carrot team is the best, great response, and best out of vendors we worked with. 20K so far in deals net from pay-per-click in 35 days. So that was when he launched his website. They hadn't got pay-per-click results for about 6 months before, because they were driving to a leadpages.net website. It was a squeeze page. And they're like, pay-per-click doesn't work. We looked at their website and said, man, if you just adjust these 5 things, he said, just do it for us. So he came aboard Carrot, and then he started to drive the exact same pay-per-click campaign. Only difference was switching over to Carrot, and it turned into revenue. And that's been one of the really, really good lead sources so far. Brian Rockwell. Brian's a newer investor. Okay. He just started investing in November of 2016. He texted me this. This was in the first week and a half of December. It's the first week of December, last week of November, this last year. And I was texting him, seeing how things were going. He said, dude, Here are the gross numbers. I started using Carrot in mid to late February 2017, started closing deals in March. So these numbers are March through November, 611,681.86. Correction, I started my pay-per-click in February. I started using Carrot in December or January. So right there, that's stacking the results. He started doing pay-per-click immediately, and then he's been building on SEO. He's the #1 ranked website in Dallas now. And so if anyone has any excuse saying, man, my market's so competitive, everyone's been ranking there for years. Brian started with a fresh website a year ago in Dallas, arguably the most competitive website or the most competitive market in the entire country. He's ranking #1 in the Dallas market right now for a lot of phrases and crushing it on pay-per-click. And he cleared over $700,000 in his very first year in business. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. We see the data. We see it. And this right here, this is one thing that I want all of you guys to implement. If you implement this consistently, especially as a real estate agent, if you implement this consistently, you're going to do insanely well and swarm the market and build a lot of momentum in 2018. Okay. So here's how to bump it up a little bit, bump up your rankings, and also just really swarm the market. So most people focus on just the primary keywords: sell my house fast, we buy houses, investment properties, insert. Those are amazing. Focus on them. Okay. Those are going to take a longer amount of time to rank for, but they're going to give you your best, most targeted and highest potential for traffic, right? But what you also want to do is swarm the market for the lower search phrases, like selling a home in divorce in Duluth, or something around foreclosure, or something around other phrases. Okay, how to evict a tenant in Phoenix. That's someone who's a landlord that might want to sell their property. So what we did is we had this client go through, and they're not good at blogging. They didn't want to sit down and write content. We're like, dude, if you just wrote a piece of content every week and put it out there based on certain things that your people are asking, in a year, that's 52 extra pages on your website done right on our system that's going to rank well. And then that's 52 extra chances to get in front of your prospect when they're searching all kinds of things. Then all of a sudden, it's like you guys are everywhere. You guys are a credible source. They're like, oh, we're not going to write content. So I said, okay, next time you guys go out on the field, and they're specialists in farmland, I said, record a short video, like 3 to 5 minutes, talking about selling or buying farmland in that area. They recorded one that's 3 minutes and 26 seconds long. Okay, and this is a picture of it. The website's gstiles.com, S-T-I-L-E-S. They uploaded it in our system. We went through and did a transcription. So we literally just ripped the words out of that video, word for word transcription, through a system called rev.com, R-E-V.com. Okay, and that's the best transcription service we've ever found. They're amazing. So we submitted it. We put it below the video, and I can show you that here in a second. And then we put a title, and then a description, video, transcription, call to action at the end of it. That's it. We launched it, used our SEO tool. And you can see now, if you Google buying farmland in Roseburg, Oregon, or phrases around that, now that's not getting searched a million times a month, but that's a highly targeted lead. And when you do that dozens and dozens of times a year, you build momentum. You start to get these leads and deals, and you are the expert in the market. So what we've done is we've actually automated that process now. Okay, so if you go into a website, you can actually use what we call, it's called video posts now. So if you go inside of here, go to posts, go add new, click video, then all you have to do is go grab that video, grab the video URL, paste it right there. Our system automatically imports the video, imports the title of the video from YouTube, imports the description over as well. And then what you can do there, that's the description, which is the bad description that they wrote. And then right here, if you're logged into your account, there's going to be a big button that says get it transcribed. And so send it over. That video that guy did was 3 minutes and 26 seconds, $1.25 a minute. It's going to be what, $4, $4.50 to get it transcribed. Our system spits it back, brings it back, it makes a blog post for you. And then all you have to do, if you want to, is just do basic editing on it, like 14 seconds of editing. That's not that, 5 minutes of editing. You bold some things, just make it more readable. But the transcriptions come back really, really, really clean. Then you publish it. Do that every single week. Shoot them on your cell phone, upload them. That right there is going to help you really cut through the clutter in the market. Then all of a sudden, over a year, you publish 52 blog posts, 52 YouTube videos, and made it really easy. They're all 3 to 8 minutes long. The reason 3 to 8 minutes long is important, because the average person speaks 125 to 160 words a minute. And Google wants to see blog posts that are 500 to 800 words. So if you do a 3.5 to 4 minute video, that's like 500 words right there, 400 to 500 words. That's a perfect length to rank well in Google. We've automated the whole process for you. And then, like I said, then you take those blog posts and you post them into Facebook, you post them on your website, and you really amplify them. And it all looks like this. This is how you traffic stack. This is how you crush it. First of all, set up your SEO foundation for long-term momentum for the competitive phrases. Next, do SEO niche backwards content. Okay, do the videos, bring them into articles, use the video post tool in our system. Next, launch Google pay-per-click, okay, through Bing or Google pay-per-click. And then next, do Facebook retargeting ads. Facebook retargeting ads first. Only do Facebook cold ads later. And we teach you how to do this in our Facebook course. We're going to give it to you for free here in a second, okay? But make sure you're tracking the stuff. And this is really critical. A lot of people miss this. Is make sure when you're getting leads coming in, whatever system you're using, that it actually tracks where those leads came from. So this is a screenshot for one of our websites. It shows this lead came from Google search or Facebook ads or whatever. So make sure you know exactly where the leads came from so you can double down on what works. And when you kind of stack all that together, you kind of become one of these people. You become a lead farmer, we sometimes call them, and walk around with cool carrot swag, and you're part of the family. So that's traffic stack framework number 3. And I don't know about you guys, and I know Jeff was mentioning too, and I've mentioned this before. I'm never shy about selling our product, guys. Like, I'm so passionate about what we do. I'm never going to hide it. The results speak for themselves. It's something that we here at Carrot are just insanely pumped about what we do every day. You know, we have 18 full-time people. We'll probably be, another 3 or 4 people here soon. And we're just pumped to serve you guys. And if anyone ever wants to Google us to research the results from people, I just encourage you to do so, to make sure you made the right decision. But what we want to do is I wanted to really drop as much knowledge as I could on you, go deploy it. But you're like, man, that's a lot of stuff you dropped on me. And if you're kind of like this girl here, is probably like a darn fire hose in your face that I threw at you. And I know my voice is about gone. It's probably going to be gone for 4 days after this now. Let me take a drink of water. But a bunch of people have been hanging on here. And what I want to do is this, okay? If you know you want to get better results this year, if you know you want to really double down on performance, but you're like, man, I'd so much rather just be a real estate investor, not a marketing and tech guy, where I don't have to really learn all this stuff in detail. Just leverage what the big guys are doing, leverage what works. Well, would you guys like our help implementing these things in your business? Yeah, I think a lot of people do, right? And this right here, once again, this is the Carrot Camp crew that flew out here. We dove in for 2 days implementing things into their business. But the thing is, we do this every single day with our clients, with our tool, with our weekly coaching calls, with all of our different services and things, no matter how much or how little people want to do work with us. So we've made this bundle called the Market Leaders Revealed Bundle for you. Okay, in celebration of hitting that million person milestone, but also we're going, okay, I honestly, like, this is the way that you should feel about selling your own service. Like, I honestly feel it is my complete and utter duty to make sure that anyone who wants to get results in this market uses Carrot, because we see people switching over from different systems all the time and getting better results. Jason Bible, like I said, I was talking to him recently. He's a large home buyer in Houston. We're talking on the phone. He's like, dude, results were 2 to 1 Carrot versus my custom site or that other system. Even though the other system was half the cost, he's like, dude, Carrot was 2 to 1. Results were 2 to 1. It's a no-brainer to move over. And when we see those results and we see how it changes people's businesses, and also we see how much money people are leaving on the table, going other routes, that is my duty to make sure that we do our best job possible to show you what we can do and how we can help you and give you everything you need to make a decision to see if it's right to work with us or not. And it's not right to work with us for everyone. But if it is, what we want to do tonight is we're going to give you an offer. Okay. With this offer, with this Market Leaders Revealed bundle, we're going to give you 6 months of Advanced Marketer Suite for free. Okay. And you're going to get 6 months of our Advanced Marketer Suite for free. This is our highest level plan. This is our plan that gives you the most access to the tools. It's a plan we're going to be building even more tools into here shortly. And we'll show you some things here in a bit that you can do with this plan, okay? And what you'll be able to do with the Carrot system once you get it, you'll be able to launch 3 high converting websites. Get a buyer site, get a seller site, get a land site, get a whatever site. We're launching other sites too based off of what the market is wanting this year, okay? And we bake data and then we nail it. You're going to be able to get the best SEO tool and training in the industry. Just Google any search phrase for motivated house sellers in the country, in any city, and find how many Carrot clients are there. Now, they're there because of the tool, the training, and the whole thing. But they're also there because they work their butts off implementing what we have or leveraging resources or services to get it done for you. And that should be a testament that it works. And then you just need to go, okay, how can I then personalize my website so I stand out? You're going to be able to access your stats, manage your leads in there. Or if you don't want to use our simple lead manager tool, because we're not a CRM, we're not a CRM. If you want to integrate with Podio or InvestorFuse or Zoho or any of those things, you can integrate with those systems in our platform. Want to integrate with autoresponders? Sweet, you can do that. You can do so many things in our system. You'll be able to generate leads for all kinds of things: seller leads, buyer leads, cash buyer leads, tenant leads, Seller finance leads, land seller and buyer leads, all kinds of types of leads. If you're a real estate agent, Agent Carrot's launching here right now. We're in beta. We're launching within weeks. You'll be able to finally get rid of these things. This is what I'm the most pumped about, because we've really been building this system for us internally. Like, what do we want to make our life easier? And how can we also make your guys' life easier? But you're going to eliminate hosting. Okay. To get the level of hosting that you get on Carrot, we have, I'm not going to get into the techie stuff, but we wrote a blog post on it a couple weeks ago on some massive hosting upgrades we made. You are basically on servers that are equivalent of like Netflix type servers, of what Amazon is running on, things like that. You're not on a shared host. You're not on little kind of baby stuff here. This type of hosting with the security measures and stuff that's baked in would cost you $100 a month itself. We spend several $1,000s a month. Plus we have, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in development fees that we have for our team to do this stuff for you. We're going to be the techies for you. Okay. So you're never going to have to ever hassle with hosting. SEO courses or experts, get rid of them. That's all baked in. Split testing software. We do the testing so you guys don't have to. Landing page software, content writers, link tracking software, transcription services, a lot more, right? Coders, designers, tech guys, overpriced consultants. If you have an SEO question, you hit us with it. You don't have to go hire someone. You don't have to go look in bigger pockets. We are the experts in that. SEO tracking software. Don't have to go track them somewhere else. Track it in Carrot. Google Analytics, you can get rid of that. You just use our stats, or if you want to use Google Analytics, it integrates in about 10 seconds. So you can use Google Analytics. Get rid of copywriters. No more WordPress plugins. Okay, all you can do is just focus on your business. What you'll be able to do with the SEO suite is you can track your keywords, your SEO suggestions, and hey, you're at the top of page 2. Here's what you do next. SEO analysis tools. We have weekly coaching calls under this plan as well. That if you want to hop on every Tuesday at 11 o'clock Pacific time, we can ask us questions, either myself or Adrian, and we'll look at your very specific situation, and we're going to tell you exactly what you need to do next to crush it. We're never going to leave you hanging. You're going to have a highly optimized site and more. And you're just going to be able to go out there and crush it. So we want to build the tools. We're building so many new things this year. Within the content marketing suite of this plan, you're going to be able to automate your blog posts. We have something called the content marketing system, where you can just go right in there when you're logged into your account. And let's say if you're an advanced marketer, which is the plan that you guys are going to get access to for free, you have articles that no one else in the entire platform has except for advanced marketer clients. So let's say you want to launch these 4 blog posts that month on your Motivated House Seller website. You pop over here. You can actually read these blog posts. We localize the blog posts. We put your phone number into them. They all have calls to action. Your advanced marketer ones have images. They just look great, and they're all optimized for very specific keyword phrases, okay? These are not ones that we just decided to write. We did the research, found out what people are searching, localize them with your city, write them. You can go in here and edit them if you want to as well. You just go in here, select the website you want to post them on, post once per week or whatever, select the date, click add, and then our system will automatically publish those for you each week. So that's going to build credibility, build you guys up as an expert, and oftentimes those will too sometimes rank really, really well in Google. Gain credibility in your market, build trust with your visitors, save hours doing content, save hundreds of dollars per month. So basically, you're not going to have to go out there and write and pay people $50 per article to do these things anymore. You're going to get 12 per month with the advanced marketer suite. You're also going to get an additional 12 with the content pro suite. Kind of getting tongue tied there. I'm getting tired, y'all. So you're going to get 24 articles per month that you can put on your buyer sites, your seller sites, your land sites, things like that. And if you want to write your own content, sweet, write your own content. We're just going to make it easier for you. So I know we have a lot of Carrot customers on here too. Jeff says, I already have 8 Carrot sites. Sweet, man. So what if you already have a Carrot account? So what we want to do is if you guys do want access to this training bundle, so what we're doing is, like I said, we looked at the people who are performing best in the markets, and we called them up in December, and I said, hey, would you guys hop on to do a training call and open up behind the scenes and what you're doing in your business to show people exactly what you're doing that's crushing it? And all these people said yes. I mean, these are Max Maxwell, Tyler Ford, people who are crushing it. I'm talking like not just getting leads, I'm talking dominating their markets. And they all said yes. And we started that series in December. The series is going to go all the way through March, maybe even further. So you guys are going to be coming in it. You're going to be able to get all the recordings, all the future live calls, all the action plan sheets from it. But if you're already a Carrot customer and you want to go through and take advantage of this offer, you will get access to all that as well. But we're going to bump your billing back 6 months. Okay. So if you're already an advanced marketer member and you're already paying $149 a month, which is the normal rate, take 149 times 6. That's like, what is it? Like $893 or something like that. It's almost $900. That essentially makes it to where now you don't have to pay that $900 in monthly fees. this offer you'll see is it almost makes it free. So if you're already an existing Carrot customer, go to oncarrot.com/upgrade. What our aim is, we always want to love on our customers first. And we always want to give people who are not customers yet a great opportunity to come in and get better results with us. So if you're a current Carrot customer, go to oncarrot.com/upgrade, and I'll show you the whole results. So don't worry, we'll upgrade your account, bump your billing back 6 months, and it makes it so you have an insanely no-brainer offer for you. So Tyler says, I was honestly nervous about switching over. I'm a full-time investor. My livelihood was based on the #1 SEO ranking. I already had, but I couldn't lose it. But I made the leap after researching a ton and realized that you're the best and couldn't be happier. I not only retained that #1 ranking, but gained others. Plus my conversion rate went up and my leads doubled. The ROI has been amazing. I'm closing another $30,000 profit deal next week. Tyler's in Tucson. He's a part of the Market Leaders Revealed training because he's crushing it in the Tucson market, doing specific things. You're going to be able to see exactly what he's doing. Dan Walters, I've been investing full-time for years in the Boise market. All my marketing was offline, but I saw it getting harder and harder. I knew I needed to get online, but was skeptical about how well things could work. Others in my market were using Carrot, so I checked them out and jumped in. Fast forward, pretty much all my deals come from Carrot now. And I close 6 to 8 deals a month. Margins are higher and consistency has been key. Consistency has been key. Margins are higher. And he's closing 6 to 8 deals a month now. Almost all of his deals was offline a year and a half to 2 years ago. He starts to build in a consistency and momentum engine. He stacked on pay-per-click, stacked on SEO, stacked on some other things. And he's doing really, really well now. Martin Bonesier, one of the top home buyers in Phoenix, and he's branching out to some other markets now. I chose Carrot for performance. He sent me through this just after he joined, probably 3-4 months after he joined. FYI, I got a contract today and a lead that came from SEO will make at least $33,000 on it. And we blurred it out. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have. Whatever. $33,000 on the deal. So basically, he had a custom WordPress site before. He wasn't getting results. Moved over to Carrot, put in some work, and he's getting great results. He's ranked #1 in the Phoenix market now. Okay, let me just play this one about Luke. Luke is a land buyer and land seller, and this is pretty cool what he said.
Many ways to skin a cat, but so I guess you're using Investor Carrot, is that right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Cool, and that's worked out pretty well for you?
Yeah. So I was using one of the competitors and not getting very many leads per day. As far as like buyers signing up for an email list. Mm-hmm. And then I actually was living in Roseburg, where my wife is from Oregon, and that's where Trevor lives. And I didn't find him online. I ended up just meeting him in person.
Are you the guy that signed up at the office?
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. I was talking about that.
Yeah, Trevor's awesome. But where was I going with that? Then I switched to Carrot, and I don't know what it was. If I was getting just as many people coming to my website, but all I know is that after I switched to Carrot, I'm getting an average of like probably 3 to 5 people signing up for my buyers list per day.
That's awesome, dude. That's really good. So I guess and you're not paying anything for that, right? That's just you just finding it organically or going through your ads and you're posting anyway.
Yeah,
that's a great tip. I mean, I guess we don't know if Craigslist is flagging and removing your ads for that or not, but it sounds like it's kind of worth it. I mean, if you can build a buyer's list, I mean, that's a valuable asset to have. And if you sell properties in 20 hours, I mean, hey, probably worth the trouble to do whatever you have to send people there.
And it's really consistent too. Like the 700 people has all been from that since like September or October of last year, just me not doing anything. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, that's sweet. So is there, I don't know, is there anything you're willing to share about how your landing page is set up? Is it just like one single page? Is there like a video on it, or are you saying something special that's compelling them to sign up?
Yeah, so it really was all Trevor and Carrot. Like I just did the basic stuff. I honestly don't know all of their, magic that they put into it. I just know it works. I didn't really do a whole lot. I think they do have a template specifically for land investors now. But I think I have a buying site and a selling site. I think I used the house version, and I had to go through and switch everything to land. That's not something I've really delved into a lot, and I guess that's kind of where I'm relying on Carrot and their expertise to make that work. Yeah.
So that stuff right there pumps me up because, like I said, we just made his life easier, added consistency, added predictability, and he's able to run the business the way he wants to make the impact. So this is really designed for all investors, wholesalers, flippers, landlords, rent to own, land and note investors, real estate agents. As of here, very shortly, we're in Agent Carrot beta right now. And what you're going to get is 6 months free of Advanced Marketer. Okay, that's a 2338 value. Content Pro marketing system. That's 24 articles per month that our team writes based on research. We upload them into your system, then you can spin them and launch them on your websites. We upload those every single month for you. Access to new inbound marketing suite. So we're going to be building out more features and more tools, including the video post feature that we just rolled out. So we're going to be building some other things for you to crack through that clutter this year as the market gets more competitive. Content and credibility is going to be biggie this year. We're building tools to help you do that some more. Weekly live group coaching access. If you try to get access to coaching like this, you're going to pay upwards of several $100s per month possibly. So $19.95 value a year is very probably lowballing it. But every single Tuesday we have these coaching calls. Me or Adrian hops on. Sometimes we bring our clients on, and we're just going to break apart your strategy, give you action plans, and show you what's working best. Okay, and you're going to get access to these market leaders, right? So this training right here, the Market Leaders Revealed training, it's the Market Leaders Revealed Masterclass. This is the masterclass that we rolled out starting here very not too long ago, and it's going to be going through the next month and a half. Live calls with some of our leading clients in different markets. Okay, this has 8+ clients because we keep on bringing new people into it. We just landed Maxwell just recently, where he's going to hop on in the start of March to really come in and show exactly what he's doing to close 25% of his pay-per-click leads into deals. Exactly what he's doing to hone in his campaigns there that's unconventional. And then also his very specific method for doing cold calling in his market that's crushing it. So you're going to be able to access these for at least 8 weeks. We might be doing some more. 8+ of our most prolific lead generators in different markets. So we thought that was key. Some big markets, some small markets, competitive markets, less competitive markets, people who focus on probates and inherited stuff and specialize that, people who focus on SEO stuff, people who focus on pay-per-click stuff, people who focus on cold calling and amplifying their online marketing, people who focus on advanced strategy, and also people who focus on offline marketing. Ryan Berry is actually an amazing offline guy. He's a direct mail guy. Direct mail is so crushing for him because he's doing it differently than most people right now. Everyone else is still doing yellow letters, things like that. He's doing something completely different. And it's working great. And he's doing that along with his online and amplifying. He's going to show you exactly what he's doing. You're going to have Q&As with each one of these live calls. You're going to be able to access all the recordings that we've done up to this point, which is, I think, is 3 or 4 of them. So you're only halfway through the series right now. And really, what else do you need to be successful? So once you get the website dialed in, you get access to these market leaders and what they're doing. We want to make sure that there's no excuses. There's no way. There's nothing that you don't have to be successful. Okay. I want to make sure you've got everything you need to make this happen the way that the clients I've shared today have. So one of the things you got to have is traffic, right? So we're going to be giving you our kind of cornerstone traffic training. And this training right here, I'm just going to hop over here, 3 lead per day training. This training right here is our core training on SEO, on Google pay-per-click, on all this stuff. And you can get access to this. You can actually go through it yourself. You can have an assistant go through it. It's built in a way to where it goes from beginner to advanced. You can do it in modules. You can do it all at once, whatever you want to do. But this is exactly the thing that Brian Rockwell implemented. He said, man, I treated the 3 lead per day training like it was a college course. He goes, man, I just opened that thing up. I spent, he went balls to the wall with it. He spent 3 to 4 hours a week with it, treated like a college course, implemented. That's the reason he's ranked #1 in Google right now in the Dallas market. And he's going to net well into the 6 figures just because of that focus. Okay. So you're going to get that training for free. It's 50-something videos, action sheets, all kinds of stuff. We sell that every single day as a standalone product. SEO training, pay-per-click training. Okay, so you're going to get the 6 months of Advanced Marketer free. You're going to get Market Leaders Revealed Masterclass. You're going to get the Content Pro marketing system with the articles. You're going to get access to any new features we build into the Advanced Marketer training or the Advanced Marketer plan. You're going to get access to our weekly live coaching calls to help you. As you're implementing our plan, you always have a place to turn to with our support and our coaching calls. You're going to get our 3 lead per day masterclass. You're also going to be able to learn how to get Facebook leads. Okay, so we put this Facebook training together, and we're going to walk you through how to set up your Facebook ads, how to use what ads are effective, things like that. We're going to give you this course for free as well. It's our Facebook Leads Masterclass, and it goes from beginner to advanced, everything in there. Okay, you're going to get the Facebook Leads Masterclass for free. And if you're thinking about Carrot at all, if you're successful offline but have no online presence, okay, Carrot is going to help you amplify your offline presence and amplify your ROI from your direct mail. Can you imagine when you're sending out direct mail pieces, you got 5,000 pieces going out. What do those people do? They grab their cell phone, they go to Google, and they type any identifying piece of information that you have on that piece, your phone number, your company name. They try to find you. If they land on a website that does, number one, if they don't find you, then you might have the possibility of losing that deal. If they do find you and your website isn't optimized well for mobile, you're going to lose the lead. You're going to lose the deal. If your website doesn't build credibility well, if your website isn't built for conversion, you're going to lose the potential of that. How many leads and deals do you want to lose from your offline marketing because your online presence isn't there? If you're online, but not consistently generating leads. So we're going to help you do that. We want to help you consistently stack the traffic on a higher performing system. So you have to work less hard. It's like when you're using a website and a system and a bad strategy that doesn't work as good, you have to work twice as hard. So we want to make sure you don't do that. Or if you just want to ramp it up, like I said, we work with some of the largest home buyers in the country. Some of the largest home buyers in the country. I was texting Tom Caffarello today. A client reached out to us. He's the largest home buyer in Oklahoma, reached out to us yesterday. We're hopping on a call tomorrow. They're likely going to be coming aboard. The number one real estate agent in all of Minnesota is flying in here next week. So we work with the biggest of the big, but also we help people at every single level, because whether you're the biggest of the big or someone just getting going, we've got resources for you. Every single person deserves high performance. Okay. So here's a question. If all this did was to help you save like one deal, okay, if all this did was save you one lost deal from an underperforming website or a bad marketing strategy, what would that be worth? Would it be worth it? Okay, what would it give you the ability to cancel $100 a month plus and other services that are included? Cancel your web hosting, okay? Cancel your web developer fees, cancel your Wix, your Weebly, cancel your other services that aren't converting as good, cancel other things, cancel your SEO tracking, cancel your SEO consultants, your SEO training, cancel all those things. Even if it only saved you $100 a month, like, you know, would it be worth it? And, you know, save you several months and thousands of dollars trying to get it right yourself. So if you want to go and implement these things yourself, I want you to go do it. Go crush it. More power to you. I did that. Okay. A lot of people have done that. But if it only saved you several months and several $1,000s in trying to get this right yourself, would it be worth it? So here's the way that I did it, the hard way. I did this for 8 years. I had to come up with the strategy. I had to hire a web guy. Okay. I had to hire a web guy for like $3,000 plus to build a website. Well, now you can get people way cheaper than that. Okay. You can, but to hire someone who actually knows what they're doing to build a website to convert well, that's a completely different story than hiring someone who can launch a website. Then I wrote content. So I had to write content. Okay. Or hire a copywriter, a good copywriter to do it. I had to hire an amazing SEO firm, which a good SEO firm in this market's going to be $1,000 a month plus. Okay. I had to buy all the WordPress plugins to get all this stuff dialed in, the forums, and then this and then that. Then my web hosting, because I didn't have cheap web hosting. You don't want to have cheap web hosting. There was an article that came out the other day that Google put out that said they're actively more today than they ever have working the speed of your website into Google search results. Our websites are the fastest in the market. They're top 5% fastest websites in the world, according to one tool that an outside firm tested our websites on. Okay, so that gives you that edge. Other software that helps you with this stuff, split testing software, things like that. We do all the split testing. Hacker exploits. We have a lot of customers who come over to us after they got their WordPress website hacked. They're like, I don't want to have that happen anymore. You know, we take care of that. You guys don't have to do it. We have full-time people to do that for you. So to do it the wrong way, me and a lot of other people were 5K to 16K. Jason Bible in Houston, he had this website that was multiple thousands. Martin, Tom, they spent multiple thousands on these websites and ended up moving over because those websites cost them a lot of money. Cost them a lot of time. So what we're doing today, the Market Leaders Revealed bundle is just $997. So what that's going to get you is that it's going to get you 6 months of advanced marketer free. It's going to get you the Market Leaders Revealed Masterclass, the whole entire 8-week plus training series. So all the recordings we've already done, which I think is 3 or 4. The one we did last week was Kylie Newbold coming on and teaching everything about Facebook marketing. He showed you ads that are working. He showed you targeting that's working. He showed you exactly what you need to do to get your Facebook crushing it for sellers. Last week, you're going to get that recording instantly. Weekly live group coaching calls every Tuesday, your Facebook Leads Masterclass. As soon as you go through and join, you're going to get instant access to all of those trainings. So you can dig into them now, you can dig into them later, you can give them to an assistant, give them to your business partner, whatever you want to do. And when you add all these up individually, then you're going to go out there and buy those in the open market. That's well over $12,000 in total value. And we just want to, like I said, we just want to, number one, build amazing value, bring in clients who believe in what we believe in, who believe in hard work pays off, who believe in momentum is an amazing thing in business and life. who believe in, honestly, the core values that we have on our wall: have fun, be different, always genuinely care, deliver wow through great service, consistent, predictable growth. You know, there's other ones up there. We want to work with people who we jive with. And if this offer can help you get over the edge and get you into something that's going to help blow up your business in a bigger way this year, just go to oncarrot.com/start. oncarrot.com/start. Over there. And what you're going to see is this page. It'll kind of run things down again. Okay. And then you can just go right there and put your information. Once you click place order, it's going to take you into your account then. From there, we'll ask you a couple just basic business questions that'll help us customize your websites. And then you'll get access to all the training. You'll get access to the Market Leaders Revealed training portal by email. We'll email it to you. You're going to get access to the Facebook course inside of your account. You're going to get access to the 3 leads per day training inside of your account. And you're also going to get access to the coaching calls every Tuesday and all of our archives of every coaching call we've ever done for the last 3 years, if you ever wanted to dig into it. Some great stuff in there. And you're going to get immediate access to your website, so you can start to launch a website today. And one thing I just want to show you really quick, just to kind of show you how much of a no-brainer this is for many people. Not for everyone, right? For many people, though. So if you were to go over to our pricing page right now, we've got our core plan, which is one website, and none of the features, none of the coaching calls, none of the other stuff. We've got our Content Pro plan, which is 3 websites, and then not the advanced things in there. Then you've got the Advanced Marketer plan. So you're going to be getting the Advanced Marketer plan in this, and you're getting it free for 6 months. So if you add that up, I'm bringing up my calculator here on my computer. I don't think it's going to let you see it. I'm going to bring up the calculator. So 149 times 6 equals 894. Okay. So that alone is $894. So if you're already a Carrot customer and you're already on the Advanced Marketer plan, what you do, if you want to do this, you go to oncarrot.com/upgrade, or just email or message or live chat our team and say, I want the Market Leaders Revealed bundle. We will then upgrade you, and we'll pause your billing for 6 months. So basically makes it so this thing is almost free, okay, or possibly it is free. So $894 is what you would have paid over those 6 months with your Advanced Marketer plan. You're paying $997 today for 6 months of that plan for free, all of the training. And then at 6 months, what happens is if you want to continue, then you just continue, and it continues in that plan at $149 a month. If you want to downgrade at that point, just message us and downgrade. If you want to stay at that spot, stay at that spot. If you just feel it's not a fit for you, just cancel. You know, you can cancel it at that point, and you'll still keep access to all the training and all that kind of thing. You can just cancel if you want to. But you really have 2 choices. You have the first option, which we can always do nothing. And that's an option we always have. You can always just choose to do nothing. And you came on this call because you have something that you're looking to solve in your business. You are looking to evolve and grow and really crack through the clutter in your market. Okay. So if you do nothing, then you gotta find something to do over these next coming weeks to really be able to crack through in your market. So if it's not this, it's gotta be something else. So then make that decision, do nothing, and then go find the other thing. So you can not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free, 100% risk-free to take this leap of faith. Or the second option is you can just jump in and get started. You get your first website launched within the next 10 minutes. You can engage in our support and have them help you dive into our training, hop on to next week's coaching call, hop on to next week's Market Leaders Revealed call, which is actually, you'll be able to hop on tomorrow's. If you join today, you'll be able to hop on tomorrow's Market Leaders Revealed call with Tyler Ford. And if you Google anything, the Tucson market, anything at all, sell my house fast, Tucson, or anything like that, you're going to find his website crushing it. Number 1, number 2, above express home buyers. Like, how is this guy doing that? Okay, he's closing multiple deals a month. He's going to show you exactly what he's doing that's unconventional that a lot of our Carrot clients are not doing. So he's doing some ninja stuff. You'll get access to that live call tomorrow at 2 o'clock or at 11 o'clock. You've got a 30-day guarantee here. If you join and you get to day 28 and you're like, it just wasn't a fit for me. This wasn't a fit. Cool. So let us know. We'll refund all your money. No harm, no foul. All right. But like I said, going in, I want to make sure that we're going to commit to you. I want you to commit to us. Okay. With our 30-day guarantee, I absolutely do not want people going in with the mindset that you're going to be canceling, or I hope this thing works. Okay. If you're going in with the mindset of I hope this thing works, I just please ask you not to join. 100%, please don't join. Okay. Because what that's showing is that's showing your lack of commitment and belief that you can do it. Because I can show you more data. I can show you 1,200 or however many you want to see. I can show you more case studies and introduce you to more investors who use Carrot that have success than you'll ever need to see to make a decision. Okay. You can go into Facebook forums. You can go to Wholesaling Houses Full Time. You can go into Bigger Pockets. You can go into anywhere. You can ask people what their experience is with Carrot. Overwhelmingly, they'll tell you exactly what the experience that they're having. So I want you to get past that belief. You know it works. The next thing is, are you going to work it? So that's why we have the 30-day guarantee, because we understand people are busy. We understand people have different commitment levels. We understand people might not be ready. We're ready for you. We're ready to take it on. But if you get into day 20, day 28, and you're like, you know what? I still want to do this, but I've realized about myself that I'm not ready to make this work right now. Then you can just reach out to us and we'll refund it. So the real question is it worth investing a few minutes of your time to check this out? And set up your first site today, get started, make your investment 10 times back, when you close your first deal, or even just saving yourself like Tom, where he was losing half of his leads and he didn't even know it from his Facebook ads. So he made his investment back in like his first week of Carrot because he doubled his leads in that first week. All right. So that's what we want you to do. We want you to do the same thing. Eliminate those phantom expenses and just go crush it. Go to oncarrot.com/start. Okay. So what you're going to get, again, 6 months of the advanced marketer plan for free, which is normally $149 a month. You're going to get that for free for 6 months. And then it rolls in at the normal monthly price after that, $149 a month. So make sure to set that on the calendar. It is going to roll in automatically. If you want to downgrade before that point, let us know. If you want to cancel before that point, and just make sure that you don't want to keep the software moving forward, let us know that too. Market Leaders Revealed Masterclass with these amazing people who are crushing it in the markets. 3 lead per day masterclass on SEO and pay-per-click. Weekly live group coaching calls, Facebook Leads Masterclass, Content Pro marketing system with all those articles our team writes that we put into your system. You can pre-schedule. Access to our new inbound marketing suite tools as we roll them out, like the video post feature. That video post feature alone, if you just add up the time that saves you. So with that, if you were just to manually submit those to rev.com, it takes about 10 minutes to log into Rev, submit it. Rev's then going to do it. They're going to email you. They email you a Word document. You have to copy and paste the Word document, log into your website, copy and paste it, remove all the crappy formatting from the Word document into WordPress, edit it. So you spent about 30 to 45 minutes just doing that. We took it down to about 3 minutes. So if you add that time, if you value your time up at $100 an hour and you do one of those a week, it's like you're basically saving yourself thousands of dollars per year just in that one feature alone if you actually dive in and use it. So total value, like I said, over $12,000. Go to oncarrot.com/start. But we've got a few cool things for you. Okay. So one thing that I've always enjoyed, and we do this here at Carrot too, is some of the biggest rewards I've ever got is because I just dove in and did it. I didn't sit there and just quabble back and forth and things. I made a decision. I dove in and did it. So we want to reward those of you who are just going to dive in and make it happen. We're going to commit right back to you. So we have 3 limited fast action bonuses for you. The first one, anyone that joins in the first 48 hours, but only the first 48 hours, we're going to send you a free Carrot t-shirt and one of our awesome collectible Carrot dolls. Okay. We have a series of 5. We'll launch out a new one every year. We're kind of dreaming up what our next one's going to be, but we send out thousands of dolls every year to Carrot's clients as they hit milestones. And we celebrate with them and things like that. So every single one of you are going to get one of those in the mail very, very, very soon. And kind of cool Carrot swag. You can walk around, be proud. These are literally, I'm wearing one right now. These are the most comfortable t-shirts that you'll wear anywhere. We hear that all the time. That's why Max walks around doing deals when he's wearing that thing. So first 48 hours, anyone that joins the first 48 hours through oncarrot.com/start or that upgrades, if you're a current Carrot customer, you're going to get that free Carrot t-shirt and collectible Carrot doll. Next, anyone who joins the first 24 hours, and this is limited even more because this is a time scarcity thing. Like we only have so many hours that me and Adrian can actually do these things. Okay. So first 24 hours, anyone who joins is going to get a free one-on-one coaching call with a Carrot coach. Okay. So what is that? We're going to hop on for about 20 to 25 minutes with you here over the coming weeks. Ideally, not this first week, ideally probably like 2-3 weeks out. So you can kind of dive in, familiarize yourself with some things, hop on a coaching call, hop on a Market Leaders Reveal call, kind of just orient yourself. And then you'll have questions, you'll have guidance, you can dig into some of our training, and then let's set up that coaching call. Okay. And then what you'll do is we'll lay out a plan for you. We'll say, hey, in your market, we know your market. We'll do this, do these 3 things to your site, go deploy. And if you don't want to do the work, then we have services we can guide you towards that we do or other people do. But we just want to make sure you always have an option. First 24 hours, every single one of you are going to get a free one-on-one coaching call with us. And we're just pumped to do those calls. Okay. It is first come, first serve. So the sooner you join, the sooner we can get you in the queue in there. Okay. So if you join after, like at the end of the 24 hours, you might be towards the end of the queue and just might have to wait a little bit longer to hop on that call with one of our team members. Okay. And then the third one, this is for the first 25 people. And this is because there's a manual process on our end as well. And also it's kind of uncovering some of that secret sauce, but we're going to give you the first 25 people. If you're wanting to do Google AdWords, we actually run Google AdWords campaigns internally for about 15 of the top investors in the company or in the country. And Brendan on our team does that. And what happened over the last 3 years is we've honed in the ideal starter campaign for Google AdWords. It's going to give you the edge immediately when you launch it in your market. Okay, so this is the ad copy. This is the ad groups. This is all that stuff, the keywords, all that kind of stuff. What are the ones that we have honed in that give the best ROI, the best return for motivated house sellers? This alone is something that would cost you thousands of dollars or thousands of, or dozens or hundreds of hours of your time to discover this stuff. There's a guy out there that charges $1,500 just to take his account and put it into yours. Okay, you're going to get this for free, the first 25 people. You'll get a link in an email that links to a page that's going to give you this whole entire campaign, a video on how to set it up. And then if you need help on it, hop on a coaching call and we can help you out with it. Okay. So that right there is valued at least $1,500. If you do your own pay-per-click, we had a guy who came through this last month and he's like, man, I love that thing. He already had his pay-per-click going and it wasn't honed in. We took a look at it like, whoa, this is going to cost you a ton of money and bad ad spend. And he worked with Brendan, got this into his account, and his leads immediately improved and his cost per lead immediately went down. So this is something that's an immediate ROI for you if you are wanting to do pay-per-click or already doing it. So oncarrot.com/start, first 25 people only get that one, which is pretty awesome. So bonus number 1, first 48 hours only. Every single person gets a carrot t-shirt and collectible carrot doll. We'll pick one of our super carrot, our farmer carrot, our carrot gal, our agent carrot, if you're a real estate agent, or a normal carrot. First 24 hours, free one-on-one coaching call with a carrot coach. We'll get you lined out and get you a plan. And number 3, first 20, that says 20, first 25, we'll give you 25. First 25 people only, free AdWords starter campaign. That is our campaign that we run. If we're going to launch a campaign for a big investor in Oklahoma, as an example, this is what we start with. Okay. So if you're already a Carrot customer, like I said, either email us at support@oncarrot.com and let us know, hey, I want to upgrade to the Market Leaders Revealed promo. And we'll charge your card for $997 today. And then we'll bump your billing back 6 months. And if you weren't in the advanced marketer plan, we'll upgrade you to that plan for these 6 months. So you get to use the highest feature plan that we've got. Okay. So launch your first site in under 5 minutes, implement our marketing plan and track and analyze and close those leads into deals, y'all. We're here for you. Pumped about it. Okay. What's one extra closed deal per year worth to you? And I'll answer some questions here in a bit. So what if you just close one extra deal per year with this? Is it 5K, 10K? What's it worth to you? And what about 2 or 3? With the extra performance, the extra help, the extra strategy, our support, which is unparalleled in this industry, you can ask around. Now, how much could your life really change with those extra deals? What would it be? Would it be, show a more empowering message to your family or to your kids on you're making this entrepreneur thing work? Would it be you guys are already scaling up, but it enables you to finally have higher margins in your business so you can hire people and make your business work for you instead of you working for it? What would that change in your life or business to have that consistency, to have that higher performance? Just go to oncarrot.com/start. And here's some questions that we get quite a bit. Got these on the last one and put some in here. So what happens after the first 6 months? After that 6 months, like I said, if you're, whether you're a current Carrot customer or not, anyone who takes this offer, your billing will automatically renew at our advanced marketer plan price at the $149 a month. We're actually going to be increasing the price of the advanced marketer plan this quarter or the start of next, because we're going to be adding a bunch of new features in there that are just going to cost us a lot of money, but also bring a lot of value to you. We're going to be able to eliminate other tools. So we're going to be increasing that price to $199 a month sometime in the next 3 to 4 months. That is going to happen without a doubt. You're going to be locked in at the $149 a month price for the life of your account. So even when this renews in 6 months, you're renewing at this discounted rate. And then you can always downgrade if you want to. So no big deal at all. Like I said, just make sure you put it in your calendar and remind yourself. We're all big boys and big girls out there. Don't come complaining to us, please, in 6 months saying you forgot to remind me. Just please remind yourself, put it on a calendar, and just make sure you know that it's happening. And you can upgrade, downgrade, or if it's just not right for you, let us know. What if I want to be fully hands-off? I'm closing 40 deals and you want to outsource. We work with a lot of these clients. If you want to be fully hands-off, we have services. We have what we call our concierge level services, where our team, in-house team, will dive in with you and we will do all the work for you. We will have a strategy call with you. We'll dial in the visual of your website. We'll make it look, still retain the Carrot look and feel and what makes Carrot work, but give you your own personal look and feel on it. Our copywriter will come in. That service, of course, is not free. It's not cheap, but it's insanely well priced for that type of client. So we have our concierge level service. We also have our marketplace. So if you just, you're not ready to have it all hands off. You're like, well, I'd really love to just not do certain things. I want to have someone do my pay-per-click, or citations are important for SEO. I want to have someone do that, or I want to have someone just go do the basic stuff, or whatever it is. You already get all of these you get 3 lead per day training and Facebook training for free. We have our marketplace in here that we're going to be adding things to that can help you kind of do some of those things for you. If you already have a Carrot account, awesome. Just go to oncarrot.com/upgrade or email us and let us know I want into the Market Leaders Revealed bundle. And like I said, the sooner you do that, the sooner we can get you in the queue for the bonuses and also the coaching call. And then we will just pause your billing for 6 months, upgrade you to advanced marketer if you're in a different plan. And then at that point, after the 6 months, the billing will renew at advanced marketer, not your old plan. It will renew at the advanced marketer. And then just let us know before that if you want to downgrade or keep it there. How are the Market Leaders Revealed training unfold? Like I said, this is a weekly live series that we're doing. We're bringing on these amazing people that are just crushing it in their markets. And these are people who are not going out there doing trainings. Okay. These are not gurus. These are not people who are already in courses. These are people who we dug into our data. We said, that person's crushing it. Let's go break apart what they're doing. And we said, hey, pick up the phone. Dude, you're crushing it. Would you mind hopping on and sharing to people what you're doing? Because what you're doing is different than what most people are doing. And then they said, yes, that's what it was. So this is your chance to see behind the scenes of what these people are doing. Like I said, we've already done 3 or 4. We did a Facebook one last week. The week before that one was Dave Brown, how he's dominating New York and all these different markets. This next one tomorrow was Tyler Ford, how he's dominating his area with these really, really ninja SEO strategies. The one after that, I don't know who is the next one, but we got a direct mail guy. We've got amazing people in there. And like I said, you're going to get access to those ones live as they unfold here. Will I need money to put in marketing? So the answer there is yes and no, right? So you definitely need to invest something in your marketing. If you don't have any money, then you can dive into our training, show up to our coaching calls, and implement the SEO side of things and Craigslist marketing. And as you get funds, then you can do pay-per-click marketing. But the more money that you have and you start to do that profit switch calculation, like I showed you earlier on, if you have money, it just accelerates things. It makes things easier. Do I need hosting? 100% no. Hosting's all included. And it's the best hosting you can possibly get. Like, you're not going to find this anywhere in our industry. Do I need a domain name, or can I point mine over? You do need it. You do need one. We don't sell domains, so we suggest you go buy one from GoDaddy or Namecheap if you don't have one. If you already have an existing website, sweet. You can move your existing domain over to us. So move your existing domain over to us. One thing I want to toss out there, if you're already ranking really, really well in Google, like Tom was or Tyler was, they're already ranking #1 in their markets with their old sites, but you just want to get the better performance and tools that Carrot has, please, I urge you, please, please, please reach out to us and connect with our services team and say, I am already ranked #1 for this important phrase. I do not want to lose it in this transition. And we will make sure that we guide you through that process to make sure you don't lose it. Okay. We did that with Tyler and Tom and lots of other people. If you do it right, you actually gain more rankings. If you do it right, if you do it wrong, you lose rankings. Okay. So we'll show you how to do it if you're already ranking #1 or #2 in important keyword phrases. Domain name. What if I'm a real estate agent? Can I use Carrot? Yes. We have close to 1,000 real estate agents that use Carrot right now as an investor. But we're launching Agent Carrot here literally within days or weeks out of closed beta, and then it's going to be an open beta. We have about 40 clients right now that are using it from all around the country. One of the largest, or the largest agent in Brentwood, California, is coming aboard here in a couple of weeks, which is pretty sweet. Lots of people use Carrot in my market. Does that matter? That's a question we get quite a bit, and there's a couple things to that, right? The first thing is that's a testament to the fact that it works. So if you were in NASCAR and putting this type of a spoiler on the back of your car made your car go faster, and if you didn't put it on, your car went slower and you couldn't win races, would you put the spoiler on? You probably would, right? You wouldn't care that everyone else had the same spoiler because the spoiler made things perform better. So Carrot's the same thing. That if you see the tools performing better and you see it's working better, if you don't do it, you're sacrificing results likely. So in that case, Then what you need to do is you need to dig in and just make sure that you're personalizing it, getting your credibility in there. And if you're a high-end client and you just don't want to do any of it, you want to look really, really different, we do have services that we can do things to make your sites look quite a bit different. Okay, like as an example, this one right here, this is one of our market leaders, how they're crushing it. This is a Carrot site. They went through the concierge type process. They did a lot of the work themselves, but our concierge team helped them with some stuff. This is a Carrot site. It's crushing it for them. Okay. Let's see. This right here is a Carrot site. This one's crushing it in their market, but this one's less customized. This one's converting insanely well. This is just literally one of our designs, updated the background image, got in good branding, swapped out the colors, got in some credibility, tweaked up the content, swapped out the pictures. Okay, good about page. That's it. There's definitely some time put into this, but you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just need to stand out with your credibility, right? Is Carrot mainly for SEO? So Carrot is known for SEO, but we have people using Carrot for tons of other ways. We have people that do zero online marketing at all and use Carrot because it amplifies their direct mail. We have a client, I was talking with Adrian on our team just recently, that the client said, he goes, man, I don't do anything online, but I launched the thing with Carrot. I closed more direct mail deals because of it. Because when people Google his company, it presents a really credible resource. It's great on mobile. It's set up to convert well. He converts more of his direct mail leads to deals because of Carrot. So it's not mainly for SEO. We have a ton of people that just do pay-per-click, don't do SEO at all. But we suggest doing SEO because SEO is that long-term momentum builder. It's one of those things you stack on there. Okay. So I'm gonna answer some questions now, y'all. I've been yakking for way too long. My voice is gonna be gone for sure. But we are more expensive, right? And we're more expensive on the monthly fee. But our aim is never to be the cheapest. It's always to put more money in your pocket. We're built for serious entrepreneurs and for people going out there kind of kicking tires and wanting the cheapest price. And there's things you can get the cheapest price, but you got to look at what are you gonna give up for the cheaper price. The extra cost that we charge goes into the testing, goes into the tweaking, goes into the optimizing, goes into our high level support. Guys, we've got 18 full-time employees, all American based here, 3 in Dallas, North Carolina, Baltimore, bunch in Oregon, Washington. Just hired an amazing customer who's joining our team, Grady, on February 1st. So we invest heavily back into you. That's where the extra margin goes, is investing heavily back into your success. And you'll get higher listings in Google, more leads, and one deal pays for 10 years of Carrot. So let's see. Matthew, man, what's up, dude? Upgrading now. Awesome, dude. Set up my site Friday last week. I'm on page 1 of Google already. What? Number 7. That's awesome, man. So I can't say that that's normal, y'all. So as amazing as that is, Matthew, it looks like you're in California. I can't say that that's like, oh, everyone expect to be on page 1 of Google in a day, right? It depends on your market. It depends on how competitive it is, but I can guarantee you, just like in Dallas, like, I don't know. I can't remember if this is one of the phrases that he's ranking for, but this right here, like that's a Carrot client. That's a Carrot client. That's a Carrot client. That's a Carrot client. Like guys, these are all Carrot clients dominating these markets. It's not an accident. Okay. And the thing is they're all getting leads and all getting deals and they're all using the same system. Okay. So that's the thing. They would not be there if they weren't a Carrot client. And even though those are crazy competitive markets, it's going to take you a while longer, but the system's there, the training's there, the process is there, the support's there. We got you. Matthew, dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, upgrade. That's cool. Since you just joined, you're going to get all this stuff. You're going to get all those trainings. So basically, if you didn't buy those other trainings, this is basically free for you if you were already on the advanced marketer plan. Sweet, man. Good stuff. I love it. Let's see. Michael says, fairly new, working on my second deal. Would you still recommend the advanced marketer plan, or is it more geared? Yeah. So, man, it's not really. Is it geared toward big players or small players? It's more based on the feature set and the amount of high level support you want. One of the things that we have in there is the advanced marketer plan has priority support. So our team always answers advanced marketer support requests first. Now, I'm going to throw this out there. We are insanely fast with our support. So anyway, our normal support is probably faster than other people's priority support. Okay. So, but you'll just get even faster. That's just crazy. So, Michael said, I think the upgrade option for current members isn't working. If it's not working, man, let me know. Or like I said, just if you do want to upgrade for sure, we can just chat with you here in the chat and we can just get you upgraded manually. If there is an issue there with the technology side, yeah, just let me know though, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Jeff Wildback, so please get the pitch. I already have 8 Carrot sites. Okay, cool. Yep, he said I'll reach out to you guys tomorrow to get it rolling. Awesome, man. I love it. How do you say your name? Obviously, it's not Janky. I hope it's not Janky. Junkie, Jay Anky. Like, is your first name Jeff and then it's Anky or something like that? Said I agree. I don't want to do all this work. Sweet, we got you. We got you. Jump aboard. Says, do we have to create the site like you showed earlier? You do not have to create the site. Okay. Like from the ground up, what you have to do is you just have to log into the account and then pick the site you want. Where do we go? Log into the account, pick the site you want, and then you start to dial it in. But then, like I said, if you just don't want to do the work, you're like, man, I have more money than time. Then you go over to our marketplace, and then you go to one of our services to have us do some of the work for you. Okay, so you really have the different options. If you want to do all the work yourself and pay nothing else but the monthly fee, we got you. We got you covered. If you want to do as little work as possible and really just accelerate things, then we have services for you. Okay. Yeah. So Andrew said Tyler has 0 visitors to his land site. That is 100% correct, because I literally just launched that land site in front of your eyes. So that land site that I was showing you, Tyler doesn't buy and sell land. Okay. So that land site that I showed you, that one, that image that I uploaded, that's the one that you saw. Okay. That is, that's the one that you just saw that I launched. So this right here, that's the one that I just launched, no traffic. A lot of these other ones he launched and is just now starting to get traffic to it. This one's crushing it for him. Okay, this one's a new one. This one's a new one here. So some of them he just hasn't started doing traffic to yet. So that's kind of what you want to do, is make sure you're dialing in your strategy. And then as you go, like I said, you traffic stack. So you get traffic working great in this method, and then you go and then you launch something else. Okay. So you just go back and traffic stack and get those things going. Yep, for sure. Let me go back to that page just to kind of review what the heck y'all get here. Right there. Justin, 100%. Yeah, man. Justin says, is there a way have you guys do all this for you? Yes. So like I said, if you want it to be, the tool will remove all those things for you as far as you trying to figure out what converts well and all that stuff. It's going to remove all those technical issues, and our support's amazing. What then you have to decide if you do yourself is the personalization of your website, is editing any content that you want to edit to more personalize it, is the SEO work or the pay-per-click work. Like if you want to deploy those things, then you've got to make a move doing that. You've got to either do it and use our training and our coaching that will help you do it, which that's all included. You don't have to pay anything for that at all. It's all included in this offer. Or you have to decide if you want to hire it out. Okay. So yeah, you just kind of need to decide what you want to do and what you don't want to do. Awesome. Let's see. Awesome stuff here. Brandon's piping something through here in a second. And then Jacob, yes, it will have a replay. Like I said, I did this. This is the second time I've done this call, and I'll probably do it a few more times, maybe in February, just because the information. I'm just passionate about this, y'all. I mean, like I said, it makes zero difference in my life if any of you guys join this today. Okay, that $997 is not going to affect my bank account. It's not going to do any of that stuff at all. Okay, but what it could do is this decision could affect your life, right? If you continue to go on the path that you're on and you want a different result, you've got to do something different. So if Carrot is that different thing, then sweet. This is my responsibility to get this in front of you, and everything that we've invested into this business and everything that we've invested into growing this business the right way and actually fostering our clients and our customers in a way that helps you build better businesses, that build consistency, that build predictability, that finally unlock that freedom, the flexibility, the things that you're actually looking for in your business that so many entrepreneurs and wholesalers and flippers and land buyers and sellers and real estate agents don't get. Okay. It's because they don't do these things. And that's why we care about it, because when we see that we can unleash an entrepreneur, you go out there and you make a difference. And this is something we had our Carrot team retreat 2 weeks ago out here in Oregon. We flew everyone in and really, looking at the vision for this next 6 to 12 months. And one thing that Adrian on our team, he's been a Carrot client since the first 100 people. And he's a coach on our team now, full-time member of our team, still closed 3 to 5 deals a month while being a full-time member of Carrot. He's automated things and has people in place. And he's passionate about what we're doing. And he said this, he's like, man, the reason I'm doing what we're doing is we're literally changing family trees. He's like, if we can help this person change the way that they're running their business and their kids see it or their uncle sees it or their friends see it, we're possibly changing their family trees for generations. I know my kids, because they see what we're doing and they see how we're going out there inspiring people, and we talk to entrepreneurs and we're helping you up. And also they see what we've done in our lives and our business. What happens is they start to see life in a different way. They start to see the possibilities in the world much bigger. That is what fires me up, y'all. Okay. The 997 is not going to change my life, but it could change yours. Let me hop up here. Janika says, what's the inbound marketing suite? So the inbound marketing suite is basically when you dive into our software, the core of it is a high converting website, right? Then you go over and you personalize the website. Actually, let me hop into this one. You personalize the website. And then the way that the websites are built is it's built for content. It's built to be able to put out content that ranks well in Google that then goes and crushes it. Okay, so in here, you can create content. You can create blog articles. You can do things like that. We have our search engine optimization tools that help you make sure that the content that you write, if you want to write content, is optimized well for Google. So you don't have to be an SEO expert. You just have to be able to look at colored dots, blue, green, yellow, red, that kind of thing, and then follow instructions or go to our support and our training for help. And then we've got our content marketing system. Okay, so like I was mentioning, if you want to publish consistent content on your website, kind of like that BATS example that I mentioned earlier, because they had so much robust content, they were an expert in my eyes when I landed on their website. Then you come over here. You know what? I want to aim this at house sellers. Should I trust Zillow? What should I budget for when I sell my house in Duluth or whatever your city is? Publish one a week. Add it. Bam. Whatever it is. So it skipped these ones because he'd already published these ones. Okay, but basically, what's happening here is it automates your content marketing for you. Then that next step, like I said, is you can use our video post feature if you like doing video. A lot of people love doing this right here. I'm going to call this. If you're a real estate agent and you're not using this, you are crazy in 2018. Shoot videos when you're out there talking with clients, 3 to 5, 3 to 8 minute videos on your cell phone, upload it to YouTube, come into your Carrot system, paste that in here. We import it all in. You click a button, it sends it over to get transcribed. It comes back. Selling land in, I'm sorry, not selling. It comes back. Okay, so buying land in Roseburg, we're using this example. Okay. Where'd it go? It's farmland, actually. Very niche down. Very niche down phrase. So this right here, and then it builds a blog post for you. Title, description from your YouTube video, or you can type your own, puts the video there, and then it says video transcription. And then you can just go in here if you want and bold a couple things to make it better highlighted, make it more readable, call to action, things like that. And then this is ranking #1. It's good, high quality content. And that's part of that inbound marketing suite. And there's some other things that we're gonna be doing too. Brandon says, we just started PPC ads with the Carrot approved vendor. Awesome, man. Had last week, had our first lead come in 2 days after launch. Couple that with kicking off some Facebook ads. We have a few qualified leads already. So far, so good. Awesome platform. Dude, I love it, man. That's what I love. I love it. Okay, cool. Michael says, looks like it was fixed. So looks like probably Alex and my team dove into that and looked at it while he was listening in. So y'all, if you have any questions, toss them in at me. And I'm just crazy pumped about working with you guys. Current Carrot customers, hopefully this is an offer that can add a lot more value to you even. And like I said, that's why we did this. We could have easily just said, hey, we're going to sell all this stuff and just kind of only make it for people that aren't Carrot customers already. And we can say, hey, we're going to sell this stuff and make it to where you've just got to pay us a bunch more money. And at the end of the day, we said, you know what? Let's just structure it so Carrot clients win in a big way. If you're already a Carrot client, we're going to delay your billing for 6 months, upgrade you to our highest plan, and give you these bonuses to make it just a flat out no brainer if this fits what you're looking to do in 2018. And for people who are looking to join, I just want to make sure that you kind of dig in and look at everything that is what the top performers are doing. And if you're not doing those things, you need to get real with yourself and say, is this what I actually want to do in 2018? Am I serious about these goals? Am I seriously going to do this? Am I seriously going to want to get my leads up to this? So I seriously want to, make my leads more consistent and predictable, make it so direct mail and cold calling aren't my only thing. If you're serious, then you need to next go, okay, what is the tool or system or support structure that's going to best likely help me get there? And then you need to look at, when you're evaluating things, look at ROI, not cost. Because sometimes the lowest cost thing can be the most expensive. I was out fly fishing with a buddy of mine a few months ago, and he said something I've never heard a quote said in this way before. It's so awesome. Write this one down. And he doesn't have a ton of money. He's an amazing veteran from the military, sniper, big, PTSD. And he started a nonprofit where he takes other vets who have PTSD out fly fishing here in the North Umpqua River here in Oregon. Amazing fly fishing river. And it's part of the rehabilitation. When we were fishing, talking about fishing gear, and he goes, I don't make enough money to buy cheap stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't make enough money to buy cheap stuff. And I got it. We were talking, he's like, dude, cheap stuff falls apart. It doesn't work. Like, you might save some money up front, but in the long run, it's going to end up costing a lot more money. And that hit me. I love the way he said it. And that's just a perfect representation of what our clients report to us is, you know what? You guys are not the lowest price in the market. And I'm so glad you guys aren't, because the tool set helps us have a better result. The support structure is spot on. The support structure is better than they've ever experienced. And we hear that every single day. And we just really pile the things back into you guys. Okay. A good example of this, go into our blog. Let me show you this. This is fun stuff. So this update that we made just recently, a massive infrastructure update that made things even faster. So you can find it over here. But we talked about that our hosting that you have now is up to this level, Expedia, Netflix, things like that. If you're techie, you can look at this stuff. It's crazy. Like, this is advanced stuff. We're insanely fast right now. Way fast. And then down here, look at this comment. This one was awesome. It made me smile. Steven says, whatever you said sounds good, because all that techie stuff says, I'm happy that you continue to improve my website. I feel confident that you have our best interest in using the cost of our website to make improvements that directly affect us. Thanks for being a good service provider. That made me insanely happy, because that's what we're about. That's what we're here for. David says, regarding the special offer today, what extra am I getting compared to what I have currently? Let's see, David, what plan are you currently on? So you must be a Carrot customer already. So you're on Content Pro. So you're on the Content Pro plan. So basically what you would get is you're going to get 6 months of the Advanced Marketer plan for free. Okay, so we would upgrade you. We're going to upgrade you to the Advanced Marketer plan. I'm just going to hop over here to give context for it. Oh, right there. So we would take you from this plan that you're at, we would upgrade you here, and we'd give you 6 months of that for free. So you wouldn't pay any payments for 6 months. So basically, with your current plan, 99 times 6 is $600. So you would have paid $600 anyway, whether you moved up to this or not. So this effectively would be, what is it, $397 for you, not $600, not $997. It's effectively $397, because you would have paid this anyway. So we're going to be upgrading you to this plan. Stop all of your monthly payments for 6 months. You're going to get all of these extra features. You're going to get, instead of just the 12 Content Pro blog posts, we're going to give you 12 premium posts in the Advanced Marketer that only Advanced Marketer plan people have. You're going to be able to get 10% off of any Carrot Marketplace services. Not any, most Carrot Marketplace services. They're labeled if they're not. You're also going to get the Market Leaders Revealed Masterclass training. Okay, so that's something where it's live. We're doing those Thursdays at 11, and we're bringing in our best clients. And these are not gurus. These are people who are not in training programs. They're opening up their doors and showing, this is what I'm doing to insanely crush it with pay-per-click with these 3 things. This is what I'm doing to crush it with Facebook and really digging into certain things. We're also going to give you the Facebook Leads course for free, our 3 lead per day training for free if you don't have that. And there's some other kind of goodies too on the fast action thing. So anyway, toss that out to you. So the main things are moving you up a plan, stopping your payments for 6 months. It effectively makes it to where you're getting this entire Market Leaders Revealed training for $397 basically. And you get to use all of those Advanced Marketer features during that 6 months absolutely free. And you get these other bonuses. Yep, good stuff, man. Well, shoot, I'm going to jet, guys. I'm pretty confident that I'm probably not going to have a voice on Friday. My throat hurts. It seems like every time I do one of these training calls, literally I start to get a tickle in my throat the day before. So then I'm just pounding water and just eating healthy, and then I lose my voice. But I'm so happy, and it pumps me up to do this stuff. That's why, even though I've been talking for 3 hours, I'm insanely excited, because I just love what we're doing here at Carrot. And I'm going to be in Dallas actually for about a week next month. the end of the month. And anytime I go anywhere, we always reach out to Carrot customers and get as many people as we can in a room and hang out and talk and grab some drinks and grab some food. So if you're around the Dallas market, keep an eye out. We're going to be emailing everyone around that market, and we're going to do something. We're not sure yet what. And we just love what we do, y'all. It's just plain and simple. Michael, would the masterclass be taped if we're not available for live session? 100% yes. Yes. So you're basically going to be getting access to this. And this is something we're continuing to build as we go. One thing we're doing right now is we're coming up with what we call execution plans. So these are going to have execution plans to where you're getting the recording. So this is a recording of Adrian talking about how you can go into different markets with SEO if you want to expand to different markets, and how he's crushing it in Ohio from North Carolina. And we're coming up with execution plans. So you can not only have the video, but we're also going to have it broken down to where it's like, hey, here's the exact execution plan all in one sheet of paper on how to implement what they're talking about. And so we're going to be building this out quite a bit. So yep, you'll get access to all this, all the recordings in there, the ones that are in the future. So we just did that one there. The ones that are in the future, this one's tomorrow. You come in here, add it to the calendar, hop on right here, and it's going to be playing live here. And this one already has how Tyler's buying multiple houses a month. You're profiting well into the hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, high profit stuff with Carrot. And he broke it down in his strategy. And then you're going to get the slides, you're going to get the execution plan, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, my idea with this is to make this a training that's living, that I want to add people to it as we go. It might be in August we add another person to it. I don't know, but it's something I want to continually be bringing these market leaders in here and just really growing it, something amazing. Yep. Janique, what if I paid for the pro plan annually? Do I pay anything up? What if I paid for the pro plan annually? Do I pay anything today to upgrade? Great question. So what you would do is, in order to get this offer, what you would do is you would still go through and pay the $997. So either way, if you're a current customer or if you're not a customer, you'd pay $997 for the offer. Okay. If you're a current customer, go to oncarrot.com/upgrade and do it through there. And what we would do is we will charge your card for $997. But then what we're going to do is whatever you've already paid us for that annual plan, we will make sure that we prorate it out. We give you all the credit of what you've already paid, and we bump your billing back an extra 6 months. Okay. So if you've already paid annual, as an example, let's say you just paid annual, like literally yesterday. Okay. So you're already paid up for a year. What we would do is we would pause your payment and we would bump your next payment out an extra 6 months. Okay. So rather than your next annual payment being in January of 2019, it would be in February, March, April, May, June, July. It would be in July of 2019. Okay. So we bump you back an extra 6 months. We'd give you all of this. You wouldn't have to make another monthly payment for a year and a half, which would be pretty sweet. But then after the 6 months though, what would happen is we would then downgrade your account back to your pro plan. Okay. Or if you wanted to keep the advanced marketer plan features, then you would just need to pay the difference on what the content pro plan annual is versus advanced marketer. So let me just choose these to annual. So if you just paid the $950 for content pro annual, okay. Like I said, we're going to bump your billing back an extra 6 months after your normal annual would do. And if you wanted to keep the advanced marketer features, you would just pay this difference between $950 and $1,430. And that would lock you down for that time period. Okay. Yep. So you would not lose anything. Everything you've already paid gets credited. You just get an extra 6 months. Yep. You definitely get extra keywords. So what you would do is you get a lot more. You get 20 keywords per site. So if we go in here, you'd be able to track 20 per site. So if I go in here, let's see, go down to rankings. So you'd be able to track up to 20 keywords per site, just like Tyler here. So track a lot of them. Then you pop in here and look at the ranking changes. So that's kind of cool. So you can see here how your rankings changed and increased. And right here, we'll give you suggestions on how to rank better. Yep. So you'll get 20 there. You'll get unlimited campaigns. So unlimited link tracking stuff. You'll get access to other features that we're building out right now. All kinds of cool stuff. Yep, for sure. Oh man. Matthew, awesome dude. Matthew says, thanks for your time. Best 3 hours I've spent all month. That's saying a lot, man. That's awesome. It's either been an amazingly boring month for you or an amazing 3 hours. I'm not sure which one it is, but hopefully either way, it was awesome. And I appreciate you guys. So I'm going to jet y'all. This is the longest webinar I think I've ever done, but there's still a lot of people on here. So thank you guys for investing the time. And all I want you to do is I want you to put something in play. I mean, I think you owe it to yourself that if you invested this 3 hours with us, and if you don't do anything from this, then that's on you. And I really, really, really hope that you look back at the end of the year and go, man, there was a pivotal moment where I could have done something different to set my year off and I didn't do it. I don't want to do that again this next year. For those of you who are changing your practices and putting something into play this week, awesome. Put it into play, crush it. Like I said, just want to remind you guys of the bonuses here, the fast action bonuses that are going away during certain time periods. Let me try to find it. Let me just get out of the presentation mode. Okay. So these bonuses, first 48 hours only, every single person is going to get a carrot t-shirt and a custom, a carrot doll. Those are cool, guys. Your kids are going to love them. And then next 24 hours, the first 24 hours, I'm sorry, everyone gets a free one-on-one coaching call. Like I said, we suggest you set them up in like 2 to 4 weeks out so you can get familiarized with things. Show up to a coaching call, a group coaching call next Tuesday. Get on a Market Leaders Revealed call first, and then do a one-on-one call. Otherwise, you're not going to get the most out of it. And then number 3, the first 25 people, let me just update that. First 25 people are going to get that free AdWords starter campaign, which is the exact file that we use to start every single Google AdWords campaign. It's been honed for the past 4 or 5 years, right? Have an amazing rest of the week, guys. Go to oncarrot.com/start. And we love you guys. I see a bunch of people already popping in here, and it's going to be a blast working with you guys. Have an amazing rest of the week. See ya.